Warning. It is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions LLC and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language. On the show today, we'll be having a draft of the best candy there is. It's a 4-round draft with 4 different categories. The categories are chocolate, gummy, sugar, wild card. Enjoy the show. Okay, come back in. Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by the madman Sean Douglas Day, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, Strong Stem Steve Cabot, and the bad boy Benoit Podcasy Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so we can keep this party going. Sean Douglas Day, how are you, sir?
Dude, feeling good, man. I saved, no shit, I saved some kids from a 350 pound hog that fucking went ape shit. He was, we auctioned him off. He was getting ready to go to the fucking slaughterhouse, and he was not having it. And he fucking took off, and I fucking tackled a 350 pound pig.
Hell
and
yeah.
fucking saved some kids.
Yes.
Shoestring?
God damn.
I got my ass kicked by this pig, but you know what?
Them Jones tough.
Did someone get it on video? That'd be incredible.
You said
you have experience.
My
My boss was trying to get it on video, but he just couldn't do it because this hog was huge, and like we were trying.
There goes all that wrestling and jiu-jitsu training into action. Let's fucking go.
Dude, I did it. Dude, I no shit. I tackled the pig and I fucking grabbed its far leg and was like, boom. Fucking,
you did like a trip? Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then he got up and just kicked my ass because it's 350 pounds.
There's only so much you can do.
And it's a show quality pig, so it gets like the best food. It's super fucking muscular. And this thing is no joke.
Nice. Very
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Save the kids. Save the kids.
Shout out
Very
those
good.
kids.
We'll hear more about that later. Lasmeeshma, how are you, sir?
I'm great, man. Very good.
Good. Glad to hear. Strong Stem, how are you?
I'm a fucking riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. I'm chilling, I guess. I don't fucking know. It's all kooky.
Yeah, very nice. Benoit Podcasy, how are you, sir?
Great, man. Just trying to come down from Halloween. The 5-year-old, it becomes obsessive. Like all of life is now about candy. Like 7 in the morning, he's like, can I have candy?
Yep.
I'm like, no, dude, you got to eat your breakfast. He's like, but I have Halloween candy.
Respect.
And now, not for nothing, right? Back in the day, right? You had a little Halloween parade at school, then you went out that night, you got some candy. His school had like a trunk or treat 2 weeks before. This motherfucker's been trick or treating for 9 days. All right, the amount of candy in my house is stupid. And after, I don't know if you guys can see it, but after 2 fast breaks, I got the old Kelly Kapowski big fat red zit on the front of the nose. Like, oh no, prom's tomorrow, and I look like Rudolph. So yeah, good luck turning 40 and not having stupid sugar zits anymore, because
hell yeah,
that's not how it works.
Very nice. Well, speaking of sugar zits, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's all objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working perspectives.
Now, like Matt said earlier, we're doing the candy draft. Now, you wonder probably why am I, this asshole, talking and running this part? Well, it's because the last 2 drafts we had, I beat the shit out of everyone. Let's just be honest. My teams were way better than everyone's. So Matt was like, let's elevate this motherfucker to king.
This motherfucker.
Let's try to figure out how he goes.
This motherfucker right here.
So now we're doing the candy one, which happens. I already won the first 2, so I'm highly favored to win this one. But this happens to be a very specifically made tournament for me. I feel like I should win this. I feel like I'm the favorite, right? So again, now we have the draft. We're gonna go through chocolate, gummy. What else we got, Bern?
Sugar.
Wild card and sugar. That's it.
Yeah.
So we got those 4. We're going to try to run down, obviously, just like last time, go from top to bottom, which I still don't understand, but I'll get some help with this. You know, I feel like it's my turn.
Who put Steve in charge of the snake draft?
I feel like I get the first 3 picks, to be honest. But so we're going to try to move this along, get the first 4 picks in. It starts with Bern, then it's going to go Sean, Liam. Somehow I got last. I feel like Matt fucked me, whatever. But
And
I
you
go
picked
last.
5th.
So, and then 5th also. Right. So we
And
snake
then
it back
Liam,
down.
and then Sean, then me.
And again,
Yeah,
same
so
rule applies. The last games where it doesn't, you can pick out your category. You know, you get to move as you would, and then you get about, you know, a couple little bit, throw out your candy of choice for that one, and we'll move it to the next.
So if someone takes ours, we can't. So if someone takes ours, we can't use it.
You got to
That's
have
a
a
wrap,
backup.
man. The
Yep, have a
candy's
gone,
backup.
yeah.
Yep. When it's off the table, it's off the table. Let's draft it. So, starting with this, Bern gets the number 1 pick.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be sentimental about this shit, right? I mean, we all had different candies we liked growing up through our lives, different phases of candy. Sometimes we were little chocolate boys. I had a little Fifth Avenue summer.
Hell yeah.
But I'm going to go just right to where I am right now in my life, right? I'm going gummy.
Ooh.
And because by having a 5-year-old boy, I discovered something that I didn't know could exist, but it did exist. Sour Patch Kids make a gusher.
Hell yeah.
No way.
That's right.
Yep.
There is a Sour Patch gusher out
Filled
there.
gusher. Yeah.
I didn't discover this until about a year and a half ago, but it blew my mind. It had all the things I like, because gushers went away. You know, we had gushers as kids, but there's no gushers anymore. But then they put that shit in a Sour Patch, a little Sour Patch, like
Yes.
D&D die looking thing.
Big
It's got
Sour
15
Patch.
sides.
Yes. Bigger than
Sugar
normal
on the
size.
outside. I don't know that anyone was going to take that, but that was the one that hit me hardest.
That's a
I'm
good
going
one.
the Sour Patch Gusher as my number 1 overall pick in the gummy category.
All right, you keep track of this, Bern, because I'm not good at that.
Yeah,
you got the first pick.
I got it.
Attaboy.
Yep.
The only thing I will say about those is, because I'm like I said, a candy aficionado over here, right? Those things make your hands sticky as shit, because always one breaks in the pack, so it kind of spreads that ooze among the others. I eat 1 or 2, now I can fucking literally climb a mountain with my sticky ass hands.
Your hands are already sticky, so you might as well finish the bag, you know?
Hell
Like,
yeah, agreed. All right, so now what we got next? So the second in line is Sean. Sean's pick for any type, kind, whatever you want to do.
I want to say first, Eli Lilly. If you guys don't know, Eli Lilly makes insulin. So if you guys
Hell
wanna,
yeah. God bless him.
we need you. We need your help here because Sugar's going to be producing a lot of insulin here.
You goddamn right. A lot
Insulin
of
resistance.
insulin-dependent people in this country.
What else we got? We got Novo Nordisk, Sanofi, all the big guys. We need some money. We're keeping you alive. But I'm going to go with the chocolate. And you know, I was going to say Reese's peanut butter cups, but dude, last night my son brought home an almond joy, and I don't know what it is. Almond joys, I think, are really good now. Like as a kid, I remember they're not. I didn't like them, but you know how your tastes change. Like when I was a kid, I used to hate onions, and now I love onions. But you know what? I'm gonna go with almond joy without the nut.
Nice pick. Yep, no nuts, never the nuts.
No, those are the mounds, right? The mounds have the nuts. The almond joys are
no nuts.
Are nutless.
Yeah, hell yeah. Not like Bill's got balls, but
not like November.
So, Liam, what you got for us? You next on the board.
Well, that's easy then. If he's not taking Reese's, then I'm making that power move. I'm going to do chocolate, and I'll take Reese's right off the board.
That's the elephant in the room, right? Because you know that's the #1 seller in America. I Googled this earlier. It's the #1 seller of any candy in the entire USA is Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Sells more shit than anybody.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like peanut butter and chocolate is just like
a great combo.
It's like the best combo,
Magical.
Dude, it's
like brownies. You make brownies and you put peanut butter in there.
Yeah, to me that's brownies. Like no brainer, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. All right, so we got Reese's off the board. We got almond joy off the board.
2 to Steve.
2 to me, right?
Steve.
So I got 2.
So
I'm gonna get the easy one off the board because I'm not a huge fan of chocolate. Right? Chocolate's not really my thing. But so I'm gonna do a generic answer because obviously, like it's just the again, I'm not a dark chocolate fan. Weird chocolate. The only chocolate
Feeling
I really fucked
hungry?
with as a kid
Feeling hungry,
was
Steve?
Hershey's milk chocolate for something with like the original Hershey bar, like whether it was a Kiss or that original milk chocolate, whatever Milton Hershey did by building that factory in the middle of a fucking farm dairy country. And he went straight to the nipple, should you say, for the source, for the milk chocolate. Smart innovator, and just changed the games. Remember, he's the first. Everyone else in fucking Europe and everything else, they didn't really have milk chocolate. They had that dumbass dark chocolate. It's all bitter and shit.
And
this bull
they're cracking
switched him up a little bit.
Powder over there.
So I'll take a
Cacao.
Hershey's bar. I'll take a Hershey's, a plain Jane from a kid who doesn't like chocolate, really. A plain Jane Hershey's bar for me. So that's off the board,
It's
right?
actually a good answer.
Take a little milk, right? Splash it in your eggs. Splash it in your chocolate. You know, just splash it around. Splash it in your mac and cheese. A little bit of milk.
Always.
Even for those lactose intolerant people, it's oftentimes the overlooked glue.
You know what's funny
so-
though? Everyone like always says
All right,
chocolate,
Steve.
like they like chocolate, but like most people actually don't like chocolate. If you actually eat pure chocolate,
No, they're like milk
like pure chocolate is actually
Yes.
like
It's a whole different deal.
I'm an
Big time.
agronomist, so but like chocolate, like pure chocolate, when the plant
Much
actually makes
different.
chocolate,
It's like
no,
bitter.
but it's actually a natural pesticide. Like that's
Oh,
why
God.
like certain mammals,
Hell yeah.
like certain mammals like dogs. That's why like when a dog eats it, they get sick because
Fucks
it's
your
just
stomach up.
yeah. But no, pure chocolate is actually a natural pesticide made by the plant. Like you're not supposed to be eating it. So people say like I like chocolate. And like no, you don't like chocolate. You like sugar and milk and all the
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
get like baker's chocolate, you get like baker's
Yeah.
chocolate. Dude,
Ugh.
that shit's nasty.
So bitter.
It's so
There
nasty.
was a one tiny little bird walk. There's a place my little brother used to live when he was at Temple. He lived on 11th and Tasker, and
Yeah.
there was a place on Spring Garden. It was right across. It was right up before the the little overpass. So it was probably like 10th and Spring Garden. It was right across from where the spaghetti warehouse used to be.
Yep.
It was a Venezuelan sandwich shop, and it was next to a gun range. But this
I know
dude,
exactly that gun range.
okay. So right next to it, I don't know if it's still there. Was this Venezuelan?
The Russian
like,
guys ran it right under like the L
Yep.
right there.
Oh yeah. It was right there. And this dude, he was just like sandwiches, and then like his dessert menu was hot chocolate, and he had like
Hell
5
yeah.
different kinds of hot chocolate. And he traveled the world, right? And he was like a chocolatier, and so he would have like, and they were like $4. You get like an espresso sized shot of chocolate, right? So we're there one day, and we're eating a sandwich, and we're like, what's this? And he's like, this is the recipe that the Aztecs used to ingest before battle. I found the exact plant. I found the exact whatever. So we're like a bunch of hungover jerk-offs, 24-year-old jerk-offs on a Saturday morning trying to get something down before we go drink a keg for the Notre Dame game. We're like, around for my horses and all my men. And then it's like 4 o'clock, and me and a dude are like, we have done hard drugs for many years. I want to rip a fucking phone book in half sideways right now. I get why these Aztecs didn't fuck around. I am ready to murder people at this party, and I'm not
Paint
even
your
a violent
face and
dude.
toga dance.
Just go, man. Just go.
Let's
Take
go.
off all your clothes and see what happens. Like it was an intense experience. So yeah, chocolate in its
Hell yeah.
purest form is
a hell of a drug.
yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So now what? Me again? Do I get another
You
fucking
again.
chance? I feel like it's always my turn, but it really is, huh? So I'm gonna
really
knock
is this
sugar out
thing.
real quick. The sugar one I didn't go too deep, just went quick with it. These ones are a unique one. So I only find them in one store in the area where I work and reside, shall I say. And there's one small like deli that has these specific ones. Otherwise, I've seen them sporadically, and I'm first thing I hit when I go into a store is the candy aisle, right? So I live off candy like a fucking psychopath. So they have these. It's the size of like 50-cent pieces, but they're Smarties that come in a roll. They're like the giant Smarties, right? So this motherfucker's like putting a goddamn. I mean, it's a silver dollar in your mouth. These joints big.
They're
They
called
have that
Necco
for-
wafers.
No, not that
no?
stupid shit. Literally says Smarties on the side and is a giant sugar pack, just like those little mini ones.
Okay.
It is a giant Smartie. Those things are like wafers and shit. This thing's a
Oh.
So these are
giant.
fat. These are fat.
It's a
like
real
Smartie.
Smartie that says Smarties along the
Goddamn.
side of the pack.
God
But they're
damn,
blown up to the
goddamn.
size of 50-cent pieces.
What?
Again, a candy aficionado. I've literally only ever seen them at the West Point Deli and maybe one other store in my life. When they
I've
have
never
them, I
seen them
love them.
ever.
Oh, you got it. I can't even eat them every day. I would if I could, but I could feel my teeth fall out of my mouth as I eat them. They're insanely good. And, maybe you get 4 or 5 of them things. You might as well smoked crack at that point, because pretty sure my 40 went from like 4.9 to 4.2 after I ate 6 or 7 of them bitches.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna take the giant Smarties off the.
All right. West Point
Giant
Deli. I'll
Smart.
try 'em.
Yeah.
I'll try 'em.
Since we're coming back down, it's on you, Liam.
It's on me now. All right. So I'll
Sean on
do
deck.
I'll do gummy, and I'll
Mhm.
do peach rings.
Hell yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
choice.
Gummy
Nice
peach
choice.
rings. Those are
Nice
banging.
choice.
Yep. Classic.
Nice choice.
Yeah. Now, do you have a certain brand of peach ring? Because I'm a candy aficionado, so I know all the
So
brands.
like-
Like gummies are better. Is there a
Haribo does one, right? Haribo
Sure,
Yeah,
kind
but
of
the good
sure
ones-
does.
The good
sure
ones.
does.
The good ones I
Haribo's the
think are the
Cadillac.
ones. It's like a
Ugh.
it's like a red and yellow pack.
the
They
Bugatti.
usually say it's a red and yellow pack. You used to be able to get them like 2
At
for
the
$1.
pharmacy.
but
Yeah, the cheap
now they're
joints. They were
like
bomb.
now they're like 2 for $150 or
Yes.
something.
Steve, it's the Viper. It's the Viper. It's the
Oh,
Dodge
for sure.
Viper.
100%.
Of fucking
100%.
candy.
Haribo, 100%.
I can't think of the
No, the
name. I
ones
just
you're-
know the
I
package
know, I don't even
is
think
red and yellow.
I don't
We
even
know
think
what
it
you're
had a
talking
name. It
about.
had that shitty like construction paper on the
Uh-huh.
top of it. You could easily
Yeah.
rip the bag
Yeah.
open, and they were
Yeah.
on the wheel that spun. So there
Yes,
was like
sir.
peach rings and they had like all the 2
It was
for
kind of a
one.
brownish tan above the
Yes.
tear line. We
Yep.
all know.
Those
know
joints were
exactly what you're talking
fantastic.
about.
Yep. Fair enough. All right, so peach rings off the board. The generic joints too.
Yeah, the red and yellow boys.
Nice.
The poor kid kind.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yep,
What was
that's
that
right.
shit? Yep. What you got,
Tree
Sean?
for $1.
Yep. What you got?
I just had to look this up because I remember as a kid going to the Norguen pool, and they had that big lunch truck out there, and I couldn't think of the name of it.
Snack
But
Shack.
yeah, but no, do you remember the Fun Dip?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Fun.
It's like a
dips.
Fun Dip.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
it's like you get like I'm actually having it on Wikipedia right now because I don't know
A
what
stick
it's
made of compressed sugar that you dipped into powdered
Dipping sugar.
exactly.
Insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a white stick.
Yeah, a white.
And
it
you
looks like
lick
a little
it.
piece of chalk.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
Dip it in.
'Cause I'm looking at it right now 'cause
fucking
I
sugar.
had
Yeah,
a-
it's a little league.
And the
Little League
OGs,
classic.
you could get the single packs that would have like the little one in it, but if you got the OG pack that had 3 flavors, you had
fucking big
2
fat
sticks,
boy.
2 sticks and 3 flavors. And still, I'm confused by it. You got to double dip. with
That
one of them or
sounds so
whatever.
bad for you, yeah.
2 sticks, 3. Oh, it was nuts.
If I'm saying
funny-
it's bad for you, that means it's fucking
Fun
The
dip
funny
was
thing is
amazing.
too, you
Yeah,
have this
why-
whole bag
why- the
full
thing
of
is, like-
colorful,
Yep.
tasty sugar, but the
Yep.
actual thing you're dipping it into is probably made with 7 times as much
Yeah.
sugar as the stuff that's in the bottom. So it's just so compressed and that's
So
all it is.
dense,
dude.
so dense the stick.
Yeah,
That
I've
stick was a
had it
legend.
years because I'm 39 now, and like
Yep. me
my
too now.
family like unlike Steve's family, like my family, like dude, if we look at candy, we get fat. We just
Yeah.
that's how we are. Steve's
Yeah.
family, they can eat what they want, they get stay skinny. So, but I haven't had those in fucking years, man. But I remember them they were fucking awesome as a
Amazing.
kid. They were fucking.
Sean, is that your
Amazing.
pick? Are you taking Fun Dip
Yeah,
for the
Fun
sugar?
I'm thinking Fun
category?
Dip.
Hell yeah, that
Yeah.
goes
Strong.
sugar then, right?
Strong
Solid.
pick.
Yeah, that's sugar on sugar. That's like a sugar.
That's
I'm
a
trying
sugar
to-
turbo sugar.
I'm trying to look up like how many grams of sugar. Like,
I guarantee you it
The
doesn't
most.
exist because they didn't
The
have
most.
to put it on the package at that
Yeah,
point.
it's
They were
probably
like,
in
no one
pounds.
can ever know.
The most.
however
It's
much
it's
the
probably like in
package
kilograms.
weighs. However much the package weighs, that's how much sugar
That's
is
how
in
much
it.
sugar.
yeah, exactly.
6
There's
ounces
nothing else
of
in there.
sugar.
Mhm.
Like there's maybe like some red dye, like some dyes in there, but like it's pretty much like 99.9% sugar.
All right, so we got Bern for 2 now. Bern, what you got? Back to
right.
back.
I'm going sugar, right? I'm going sugar
Yep.
as well. I'm going to go a little unconventional. Candy beverage, right? Those little wax johns that had the different color juice in them that you would have to
Yes,
bite the top off
yes.
of it and then
Yeah,
drink
braces,
the
you
one
could
and a
use
half
it for the
ounces
back
of
wire.
juice. You cover that
Yeah.
shit up when
Been
it hurts.
there, cuz. Been there.
One of the weirdest yet most memorable candies of my
Iconic.
entire life, and they still make shit like that today. I'm going with that little shitty juice in that stupid wax carton
Hell
that came
yeah.
like
Them joints
9
were
of them
awesome.
pushed together. I'm not a huge sugar dude, but those are the ones that I'm more of a chocolate guy, which I was happy you guys jumped on early, so I get to save that
Yeah.
one. But sugar dude, I'm going little shitty wax
Yes.
juice in the little
Okay.
wax jammer.
Dude, no.
For anyone
never
that
mind.
had braces, I used to. For all anybody ever
I
had
did, yeah.
braces, yes, I did. Which my teeth weren't even I swear they scammed my parents. My teeth weren't even crooked; they were just
Same.
like they are now. They told me I had a dead-on bite. They had to like move it by having braces. I was like, I don't. And they always gave me the like, yeah, it'll be 6 months, and then a year and a half later, I got them off. I'm like,
Yeah, all of a
dog.
sudden,
every time I-
you're in 8th grade. You're like, dude, this was supposed to be
Take
off
these,
fucking
Joe. What the
a
fuck's
year
the
ago.
matter with
Yeah.
you? I'm
Steve, the orthodontist probably had like $400,000 in student debt, so he had
Yeah.
Easy.
to pay that shit off, man.
He's like, kid, you stay here till my fucking loan's done. But those wax things, like you said, if they didn't cut the wire right, and it was like a young bitch that was doing
Like
your
day
shit,
or two,
it would
like,
hang
you
out,
gotta-
dig into your cheek. You
And if
put
you-
that little piece of wax on them.
And you know what? Like it'd be eventually like nature would dull it down. It would erode. But the
Yeah.
first 2 or 3
Into my
days
fucking
after the
cheekbone.
appointment, you're just like, holy
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
time, this thing is
Yeah,
killing me.
horrible, dude.
Drive you nuts.
Yeah.
The worst.
N-
The worst.
Not great. Not great.
All right,
Bob.
so we got the wax boys off. What's next, Bern? Starting a new inning.
Um,
We in the third round. You to lead off third round.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to lead off. And I talked some shit before about how I don't think it's chocolate till last, but I'm just excited to make this choice.
Yeah, he
we've-
jumped on it.
We've all been flirting with this family. I think there's something we really need to consider is that the Reese's is one of the most classic yet most innovative candy companies in the world. For me, the jumbo pack of Reese's sticks, which is the wafer, the peanut butter, and the chocolate.
Yeah.
It's salty, it's crunchy. For a long time, I thought nothing would ever beat the peanut butter cup. The mini peanut butter
Yes.
cup has its place. The Take 5 is exceptional. The Fast Break is okay. I saw some Fast Breaks
Fast
in my
break, make your
son.
stomach hurt, but that's so good.
I saw some Fast Breaks
So
in my
good.
son's thing, but I thought they were Take 5s. Different
Make
story,
you
you
shit
know?
your pants.
Yeah, but the for me, if I'm going into a store and like you eat one piece of candy and you're a little bit stoned, it's Reese's Sticks all day, every day. I'm gonna lock down the Reese's Sticks for my chocolate decision.
I like that. I like that.
What
But
Those are
it is,
good.
it is
What a company! What a commitment!
anything
to
with
excellence.
Reese
Yeah.
shit. They just said we're not gonna fuck around. We're just gonna make everything
No.
with chocolate and peanut butter as the base, and we'll figure it out from there because that's what fucking people
dude,
love.
But no, dude, no, it's crazy because I went to Fresno State and they and I was around like food obviously, but I was around like the same building we had people who would get PhDs in like food science. So like literally these companies, like you go to like McDonald's or like these big corporations that make food like Reese's, the reason it tastes good
Yeah.
is they literally will hire PhDs in fucking food science, and then
Yep.
they like know like
Oh yeah,
they know like how
make
your
that
tongue
recipe
works.
right.
They
Yep.
they know like how like
Yeah,
what kind
they know
of,
how it's hitting
like
your
all
mouth.
the 5
they
senses.
know-
Like it ain't no accident. You don't just like
No,
this ain't
no.
grandma in the backwoods like
Yep,
testing. They
making
got
cookies.
scientists.
Yeah,
Like
Well,
yeah.
let me.
we're making these people like we're gonna like make their brain fucking
Hey,
get addicted to this.
There's a lot of fucking Mike and Ikes and Good and Plenty's out there. Congratulations to Reese's for having a commitment to excellence in research.
Yes.
For I don't know, I'm going to assume
Since
that
he
the company
started-
was forged in 1789.
Yeah.
They've just been part of America from
Ballin',
the very beginning,
ballin'.
and they continue to be excellent.
balling. Well, we're running it back up top. We going to the on deck circle, and Sean Day, you standing there. You up?
You know what?
Actually, you
I'm going
on
wild
now.
card. Wild
Uh-oh.
card is the best one ever. The fucking old school banned candy cigarettes.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Candy
Oh
City?
shit! That might
They
have
weren't
stolen
that-
the show.
I don't know what they
thought I had
taste
one.
like,
That's a
but
good one.
just like for like
I
the
didn't- I
cool
can't believe I
factor
didn't
of
think of
my
that.
list.
Remember they used to come with the ones that would have chalk, so when you hit it, you could like
Yeah, that's what I'm
put
saying.
out
the
a little
band, I'm
cloud.
saying the
Yeah,
band
yeah.
ones, like the band ones.
They
Like,
had
it was
chalk,
like
so
you-
They would be red
Dust.
on the end, so it looks like
Yeah.
you have a lit
Yeah.
cig. That's
But, like, we
wild,
were,
dude.
like,
That's
in the-
so
Yo,
wild.
America sucks, yo. That's crazy. Why would they do
Like
that?
we were in
How
the
you gonna
cusp
let 'em
because
do
like
that?
like when we were kids, like what was it like 1990? Like they banned all that stuff. Like even NASCAR, like
Yeah, oh, yeah.
NASCAR couldn't have
Yep,
cigarettes
no more cigarette
anymore.
ads. Yeah,
And it was
what
like
used to be
that- it
called
was
the
like-
Winston Cup.
Yeah,
But there was like one like Clinton, like Bill Clinton signed some act, and it like got rid of all that stuff, including those candy cigarettes. But we were in the
Pussy.
range where like
yeah,
we
yeah.
were 4
Look,
or
now
5, we
nobody
had 'em.
smokes cigs.
Yeah, and now all you get is fucking every other commercial is a goddamn pharmaceutical company being like, if you breathe air and can see out of both eyes and walk upright, you may be a client for this. Are those things that you do? I'm like, yeah, I fucking breathe and walk around. They're like, you may need this. Jesus Christ. Then they
That's
list
like
the side
side-
effects.
Side effects, diarrhea, hot
Yeah.
dog fingers, fucking
Grow
big
up.
head, your everything.
Grow a
Your dick's
horn
gonna
off the
fall
middle of your
off.
forehead. Yeah.
like,
Hell yeah.
the
Hell yeah.
symptoms are worse than what it should
All right, so
be.
Sean got the candy cigarettes. That's a fantastic one. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I didn't think of them.
But
Those
the
shows
banned
made you-
ones. The
They made-
banned,
yeah,
the
the
banned
old
ones.
school ones. You're
Pre
right.
pre
yeah.
1990
Yeah.
candy cigarettes.
Yeah. Those things made us feel because both our parents smoked. We felt like a fucking adult ripping that little fake ass chalk cigarette.
Back when they
Yeah,
still
I was-
had cocaine in them.
Yeah,
I was
they
saying the
probably
ones that had
did,
the
dude.
dust stop. Yeah, they were wild.
Yeah,
Wild.
I was
All right, Liam.
joking. They didn't stop people from smoking at all when
Nope,
they did that.
Nope.
But for my turn, I still have
Yeah.
still have wild card and sugar left. So
Yes.
I'll do sugar, and I'll do sprees.
Ooh,
I'll do sprees.
classic joint.
Yeah, sprees are
Spree
good.
fuck.
Man.
I always took, I know I don't mean to jump on anybody else's sugar. I always took sprees over sweet tarts. Like when you saw the two rolls, I always went spree. I was like, I'll take the spree over the sweet tart.
Sprees are banging, dude. They're good.
The hard outside candy coating.
Mm-hmm.
Them joints is nice. Yeah, you get the old school purple package. Come on now.
Yeah.
Them joints good. Oh, all right. You got the spree then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now it's me. I get 2 in a row. So I'm gonna knock out let me see. He's gonna knock out his the gummies first, right? So I'm going the same brand that you did. Obviously, it's a different thing. I'm going Haribo first, right? Because for anyone that knows, if you know, you know, there ain't no gummies like Haribo's. They're by far the best gummies. These things are fucking anything they make's dynamite. And they're known iconically with the fucking gummy bears. That's the gold bag. And their gummy bears are stupid. But they make a special one that you find here and there called the Star Mix. And the Star Mix
Star Mix?
the blue bag Habaneros. They got them in the North Wales Wawa. So them joints bang, right? So they got gummy bears, gummy rings, gummy fried eggs, gummy hearts, and the iconic gummy Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
Those 5 together slaps. I mean, every time you put your hand and you pull something out, you're like, oh, I bang that thing. They are, when they say the fried eggs, it's actually the cherries. It's like the fucking green thing with the 2 little red cherries down. But they bang. So the specifically the Haribo brand blue bag Star Mix gummies is when I say it, it's my go-to. I always try to like decide that I want something else as I'm looking at it. I'm like, I might want this, I might want that. And as I reach for it, I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'll just get this again. And then
you are good at these. That was a good answer. I forgot about
Star Mix.
And they are fucking awesome. It has like every good gummy is like
old
in
school
there.
John, yeah.
Dude,
the only thing it leaves out is a fucking peach ring. There should be a fucking peach ring.
There should. You're right.
I don't know why they don't have, because Haribo makes them
solid,
too.
very solid choice.
So again, the last one for me. Now this one, I have a unique story for. So to end the 4th and the final round, these ones I found from the jump. You'll love this, Liam. From the jump, I found these in bodegas down around the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only spot on the planet they sold these bad boys, right? Like anywhere else on this planet, I'd never seen them. And this was years back. So I would always find them there, and I would grab them in these like stick look, almost like a bubble gum packages, right? They'd have like 6 little packets of individual things, and it was just a solid thing. So that's where I first started seeing them. Then when I came up around here, I saw years later they started having bags up here of them, which it's a different context, but it's the same candy. So it's High Chew, right?
I know, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But there's a huge difference in High Chews between the ones that come in the old school, like solid package, where you only get maybe like 10 pieces individually wrapped inside a wrapper that looks like a stick of 10 pieces of bubble yum or some shit, right? They sell them in big bags where you can get like, then they come pre-packaged in the bag. Those are like smaller treat ones. The other ones, I'd say it's like it's more dense than a Starburst, but not as hard as like a fucking Laffy Taffy. It's like in between. So kind of like chewing gum. And some of them, they have these ones, they call them the super fruits. And they have like super fruit, dragon fruit, and acai or some shit. And then all of them, they got chai seeds in the candy. So they can suck your teeth. You look like a dickhead. But they're bomb while you're eating them. They got the little chai seed ones. So you got to get the super fruit bag. It's a purple bag, High Chews from Japan. Discovered where poor people, and then now it's out here where all the fucking rich people are, and it's fantastic. It's a fantastic fucking candy. I highly, highly recommend everyone try High Chews. Now we run back another round. So as this round goes down, it goes to Liam. Liam's up.
All right. So what I have left for my wild card,
I'm
gonna do like this was one of my favorite things to get when I was a kid. Fucking fruit stripe gum.
Hell,
it's like zebra gum with like all different fruit flavored gums in it, and Ian Hogan, if you're listening, the time we were on Shrooms and we had fucking we had fruit stripe gum, and I swear we were trying to chew it and it like wouldn't like turn into gum when we were on Shrooms. But then when we weren't on Shrooms, we tried it and it would like bind together and it would be gum. So if you ever have fruit stripe gum and you're also shrooming, save it for later, because it'll be a waste.
That gum, iconic with the fucking, remember the commercial with the zebra and all the flavors and shit? And
you
you would
be on
get
like rollerblades.
that-
It came with tattoos. You used to get tattoos
yep.
in the thing.
And that pack had, I don't know, 24 fucking slices or whatever. You had like it wasn't that little bitch ass shit you get from Winter Fresh and Juicy Fruit. This motherfucker had like 30 fucking sticks in it. That package was
fantastic. It in like an hour, you know?
Yeah. Do they still have Fruit Stripe gum? That shit. Now, the literally after 3 bites, the taste went away. But that initial 3 bites was fire.
That's why I said you go through a whole pack in like an hour.
Yeah. This shit was fire when it hit your mouth and it was gone immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they still make that shit.
That's a good
I haven't seen that in forever. All right,
dude, remember like Big League Chew? Is that even around?
Hell yeah, it's around. Everyone's
still around.
It's everywhere up here for baseball and my nieces and
because like they banned the candy cigarettes, but like dude, dipping is just as bad, man.
100%.
Dude, I've seen it. People's jaws fucking fall off. Like I'm down here in Texas, dude. Everyone dips. Like my boss dips, and he's not supposed to dip. And dude, like I've seen like 2 people already with fucking missing jaws. You combine like no fucking jaw because they fucking dip.
Sean,
they just like live.
What are you looking at, pussy?
No, still around.
No, that's from smoking. No, the dipping one is their jaw.
I know, it takes your jaw away. Yeah,
it makes your jaw away. So they're just like have no
it gives you fucking
jaw.
gum cancer.
Oh my god, dude!
So sick.
And it's like Big League Chew is definitely
Jesus
teaching kids
fucking
to
Christ.
Get
it's disgusting.
Or chew.
Well, speaking of ripped off jaws, you're up, Sean. What you got for us?
Tangent.
Your turn.
I'm going with gummies. Well, it's my last one. Twizzlers.
Yep. Oh,
Twizzlers, man.
Yeah,
I love
Twizzlers.
Turn that bitch into a straw when you was a young boy. I stick that shit in fruit punch and suck
at the movies.
double sugar.
Yes.
Eat both sides and rip that shit.
And it can't be like the like Wayne's World style where they put in the car like this. I need the texture. I need like the textured one.
Yeah.
Because the texture is part of like what makes it taste good.
I agree.
Yeah, like string Twizzlers, like where you have it, like you know what I mean. Like we can't. It's not a straw. That's not
pull and peel.
Doesn't taste good to me.
Twizzlers pull and peel. I think it's called. But you're right. Twizzlers remind me of like when I think of like Twizzlers, I think of like being at the movies and having candy. That's what I love. Twizzlers are like old reliable, dude. Good choice.
Hell yeah. Old Faithful.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So more specifically, they're called Twizzler Twist. That's the ones I like. The Twizzler Twist.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And not the black shit. Black is disgusting.
Oh no.
Oh, black is no good.
Dude, if you like black, like
I'm out.
You're a communist.
You're a serial killer,
right?
If you eat black licorice on purpose, you're a serial killer.
You're a sociopath. Yeah, 100%.
That's fair. It's very fair.
Bern, did you get all these down so far? Because we got you left.
Yeah,
we got Sean. We got Sean with the cigarettes, right?
Oh,
you got him.
You got me.
Me and the Haribo's. Yep.
Yeah, I was so happy that Liam opened the world to gum. Big League Chew. That was my wild card the whole time. Big League Chew. I gave my son a fucking lipper of grape Big League Chew.
The greatest one ever.
Last week.
They're specifically great. Fantastic. Great choice, Dad.
Like,
great choice.
To walk to work, right?
Jesus Christ.
Like we walked to school.
Change that kid's life that day.
7 minutes away. So we're getting out there and I'm like, you want to try this gum? And he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, so I take
You sure you're ready for this? You a man
like
today?
a Cruck, like a Dalton. I think a Dalton, and I'm like, let's
nails
get weird. And
Give
so he takes what he can. And then we walk a couple blocks just being like not even, and then we get to school and he's like, oh, this is the best gum. It's totally out of flavor by the time I get to school. And I was like, yep. It is delicious for 3.5 blocks.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter how much you put in your mouth.
Nope. It goes away quickly.
7.5 minutes, this will taste like nothing. So yeah, Big League Chew. Sean accidentally he jumped on it, but that was my ace in the hole for my wild card the whole time. And then when Liam said Fruit Stripe and everyone was cool, I was because I didn't know. I was like, if I'm the last pick and I'm trying to introduce a gum, maybe people are like,
well, it's wild card, man.
But
candy,
Yeah. And also, Fruit Stripe gum and Big League Chew are candy. You're putting it in your mouth for flavor and sugar, and you're not doing it because you're on an airplane and your fucking ears are popping.
Yeah,
like you do it because you're 9. And you just
they got so wild with it now.
Good.
They got you seen the green sour apple Big League Chew? You ever eat this shit?
No,
green
but I
bag sour
can't.
apple
But I.
Big League
No.
But I'll be checking
Jesus
Amazon
Christ.
later.
Dog,
this
it makes
evening.
it makes that feeling where like the side of your cheek sucks in because the
Yeah,
shit's
it's
so
burning
sour for a
off.
second.
Yeah.
You're just like, whoa, it's
I don't know if I want
fantastic.
that then.
Wait,
It's
hey, wait,
fantastic.
guys, do we want to stick with our tradition and do an honorable mention?
Sure,
Does anyone want to do an
100%.
honorable
Yeah,
mention?
for sure.
100%.
All right,
So we'll run
since
it back. Yep, you go.
So since I finish it off, I'll start off. I'm going to start off with the atomic warhead. When
Hell
I was in
yeah.
6th, 7th, 8th grade,
Hell
atomic
yeah.
warhead conversation was real big, and it was how many
Yep.
can you put in your mouth at the same time?
Fuck
Who can
yeah.
handle one? Holy shit! Fucking Dino has 6.
Does your
and he's
face
not even
change?
sweating right now? Yeah.
Yep.
What does it look like? There were the hot ones. There were the sour ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the warhead in as a couldn't squeeze you in, but
Now remember,
pretty
too,
solid candy.
that had on the when you got not just like the shitty one at a time, when you got the full bag, it
Yeah.
told you on the back how 15 seconds you're crying, 30
Uh-huh.
you're
Oh,
almost
yeah,
there,
it had a- it had a-
45
it had a
you're
whole
going
list.
nuts, 60
I
it's
forgot
over.
about that.
Yeah, it had like the temperature riser. That
Dude,
shit
it-
was fucking awesome.
That shit advanced. I did the that like one chip challenge a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago after I had
Oh,
COVID
man.
with my son, and they do the same thing where they're like 1 minute no water. Okay, 2 minutes not bad. 5
Yeah.
minutes badass. 10
Warrior.
minutes legend. 1
Yeah.
hour you're dead. And
Yep.
but
Hell
it
yeah.
all started with the warhead, man.
Yep. That was the one that did it. You're fucking right. It sure did. All right, Sean, we up. What's up?
Man, this is a tough one. There's like a lot of good candies, man.
It's your honorable mention. Anything, it could be anything.
Fuck.
Somebody
I'm gonna have to
didn't
go-
make the cut.
I can't. I'm torn between Twix or fucking Snickers.
You about to get the
Hmm.
JV captain, cuz who's gonna be the captain of your
You know
JV
what?
squad?
I'm gonna go with Snickers because Snickers
Yeah,
is like
fuck yeah.
Snickers
Hungry, why
like in
wait?
a pinch can Snickers in a pinch can be a meal. Like
Yep.
it's got everything. It's got like some protein in there.
Yeah.
Like it's not the best thing to eat, but like you could
Right, but
survive
there's
on that
peanuts,
probably for
there's
a while.
peanuts, there's sugar, there's
Yep.
caffeine. I don't know what
It's
nougat is,
fantastic.
but it seems like it's probably
Yeah,
sticking
it's
to
awesome.
your ribs a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure it stays in my body for 6 months before I shit it out, but whatever.
Well, no, it was so. Yeah, you guys have probably done mountaineering, but like there's like this weird phenomenon when you go above like 8, 9, 10,000 feet. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, and it's like all mountaineers tell you. You just like lose your appetite. Like you just
Yeah,
like don't want
lack
to eat.
of air usually does it too.
Yeah,
lack
I
of
don't
air
know like the
helps.
science behind it, but like you just don't want to eat and like anything
Yeah.
that sounds good. But I remember doing mountaineering of like probably 11, 12,000 feet. And I just didn't want to eat anything. But the only thing I could eat was like cake
Snickers?
batter
Yeah.
and Snickers.
Hell
That's the
yeah.
only thing I could eat because like everything else
Sean was
like
pregnant.
was like disgusting. Dude, I was eating no shit like 5, 6, 7, 8,000 calories a day.
Hell yeah.
And I still
crushing
lost
it.
10 pounds in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And I was eating
Jesus
just Snickers.
Christ.
That's all I could fucking eat. Because what you do is you go to like a base station and then you do treks up. Because
Yep.
if you go straight from sea level to 12,000 feet, like
Fuck
you're
you
gonna
up.
be in a world
Oh,
of
yeah.
hurt.
Fuck
And
you
so
up.
like we come down and we'd have like a base station where like there'd be like tons of stuff there. And they had,
Reacclimate.
and they had Snickers there. And I was like, dude, hell yeah. That's what I'm
Right.
eating all day. Because I had like all this like fancy freeze dried food that was like, turkey dinner, gravy, and you add water to it. And it was all disgusting to me. And but
So-
Snickers
Don,
pulled me
Liam.
through.
If
Yep,
someone
Snickers.
if someone does that mountaineering, if they're trained, can they go straight up? Like can
No,
they
'cause what
ascend
happens,
straight
it's-
up?
It's the air that fucks up your blood. It's like the same thing of coming up from
Oh,
almost
because
scuba
so
diving.
thin or whatever. Yeah.
Doesn't,
Well-
I don't unless
well-
you're
well,
you're
there's-
born and raised in Nepal and you're
Like
in the
a Sherpa.
documentary or whatever that's called. Yes, those
You're like
guys do it.
7th generation.
This bull smoking cigarettes at the top of Everest while some fucking
Yeah.
dorky white dude from
Yeah.
France is like in a mask raising his hands. This bull's holding all his equipment and smoking a cigarette next to him.
Yeah, well,
fucking
you guys
nuts.
know I'm a science nerd. I know some of the science behind it. So like there's two things. With Steve's talking about the acclimation, you need extra red blood cells. So like when you don't have enough red blood cells, so like your body needs to adapt. So you do base stations. So if you're going like from sea level to 12,000 feet, you may go to like 3,000 feet, sleep there for a couple of days. Your body will acclimate and start
Okay.
producing extra red
Okay.
blood cells, which carries oxygen.
Yeah.
And then the other factor
used to
is when you go up. So like at sea level, the pressure is 14.7 pounds per square inch. And the reason you're not crushed by that 14 pounds per square inch is because your body's actually pushing back. Your cells are pushing back. That's why I'm gonna get crushed. So when you go up, there's less pressure. And so all your body starts pushing back with the same pressure as it would at sea level. And all of the water in your cells literally just gets pushed out. and you like essentially drown, and your body needs to adapt to say like, hey, the pressure is a lot less up here, so I don't need to push back and push all the water out of your cells. So there's two things: you lack of oxygen, and also you essentially drowned if you were to go straight up. But Steve's right; like the Sherpas, they just were like born like that.
Hell
like,
yeah,
they're like. Dude, they're like 5-year-old kids.
Evolution's a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, that's evolution, dude. Yeah,
dude, 5-year-old kids, dude. There's like 5-year-old kids that will fucking
studs.
Will wreck you at like 15,000 feet. They will wreck you. Five-year-old kids.
That's awesome.
We got two left before we can have Maddie jump the fact back in. We got our two honorable mentions real quick there, brother.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Liam, and then we'll run Maddie down. Let's see what he got.
My honorable mention, I was really struggling with the gummies. So I was going to do peach rings or those fucking gummy blue sharks that it's like blue on top. White on
I thought you were going watermelon.
Yeah.
I thought you were going
those
watermelon.
are fucking awesome.
Yeah. They are.
That's my honorable mention.
I got one quick honorable mention, and this is just for the fact that it's going to end on a Philadelphia night, hopefully, and a Philadelphia week, and everything else is the iconic, not that shitty ass red packaged one, but the iconic blue packaged milk chocolate peanut chews that were used in the war for rations and shit. I can't believe I didn't say that for my chocolate one. I'm fucking annoyed and ashamed and pissed off. But the blue packaged milk chocolate peanut chews are one of my favorite things on the planet.
All right.
We ran it all down, Matt. Now what's up with you? You got a rapid fire.
Liam, what'd you settle on as your honorable mention? Yours was
the blue shark.
Blue sharks, and then
just so you know, Maddie,
shark, right?
He'll run it down for you real quick, just to know, in my humble opinion, because again, I'm the most into candy. You know this. You saw me growing up. I eat more candy than I do normal food. It's like a diet to me, right? Every year the kids get me a fucking gag gift for wrestling as a coach. It's a giant bag of candy. I'm like, oh my God, again. Like, you guys didn't see the other guys do that. Like, can I get something different? Every year they're like,
how about a sweater?
By the way, Maddie. Well, me and Maddie, and actually all of us are probably in the same boat.
Cigarettes, Matt. He chose candy fucking cigarettes. And the band ones when you were a kid that did the smoke when you blew it out, them things were fire.
Yeah, they were. Well, actually, all of us, because I feel like me, Liam, Bern, we all have like that fat gene. I remember growing up being so mad at fucking Steve because Steve couldn't eat fucking whatever he wanted, and like, dude, if I ate anything, I'll get fat. Like,
if it makes you feel better, I looked at you guys like, how come I can't get bigger and you dipshits are bigger than me? I eat everything in the fucking planet and don't do shit.
Grass is always greener.
All right,
that was one thing. I could get big fast if I just like lifted weights for a couple weeks. I'm getting big, but like I was always like, what the fuck, Steve? Like, we're eating the same thing and you're fucking skinny as fuck.
Hey, Maddie, how do you want to hear about this? Do you want me to give you everyone's team, or do you want me to give
run it through the rounds?
The draft.
Do it.
Team would be
do
good.
It.
Probably,
yeah.
Right?
So do it by the person. Yeah, do it by the person first.
I like that.
So,
all right, but I'll give you
You started off, Bern.
No, I was first, so I'll give you the pick.
You're first.
So number one pick, I went gummy category with Sour Patch Gushers, which is a thing that exists right now.
You went. Oh yeah. Sour Patch Kids.
Number two pick, Sean took.
Well, hold on, Bern.
No, run yours.
Oh,
just run yours.
Okay,
just run yours.
All right. The number one pick was Sour Patch Gushers from the gummy category. The number 8 pick was Wax Juice from the sugar category. Remember those little wax fucking stupid bottles?
The braces. We put the things on the back. Yeah.
Okay.
The number 9 pick was Reese's Sticks from the chocolate category. And then I took Big League Chew with the last pick of the draft for the wild card. With my honorable mention being Atomic and Sour Warheads.
Wow.
So that's how that went. Sean
Next
had the
was
second pick. Sean goes number 2 overall, Almond Joy from the chocolate category.
Dude, sleeper great
for
candy.
Sure.
I fucking love Almond Joy.
I fucks with
no
it.
nut.
No nuts.
No.
Yep. Not like
Fucking
Bill's
mounds.
got balls. The opposite of Bill's got balls.
I ain't bisexual.
So Sean goes
No
Almond
nuts.
Joy, number 2 pick for chocolate. Number 7 overall pick, Fun Dip for sugar.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Number 10 overall pick, Candy Cigs for wild card.
The dynamo. No. The band.
The gum ones?
The
Like,
real joints.
the white ones.
Okay.
Yeah, like the band ones, like the ones that
Yes.
like kids cannot buy today.
They cut up when we were kids. They were like, all right, enough of
I
this.
fucking love candy smokes.
Sean-
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sean finishes his draft with Twizzlers. Which one? What was the
Old
specific
Faithful.
Twizzler, Sean?
What the fuck was it?
Twist.
Twist.
They were
Twist.
Twist.
The
Twist.
Twist.
And not
Twist.
the fucking black licorice bullshit.
No.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
fucking
never
red
that.
Twizzler, like the
Nope.
peels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
What-
twist.
what-
They're called Twizzler twists.
Twists.
What was Sean's? What was your honorable
Hold
mention?
on.
His honorable mention was Snickers.
Oh wow!
As a man who's
Hold
lived
on.
in the wilderness,
Wow.
Snickers.
I got a feeling
is
here.
a meal.
I
Snickers
gotta-
only came in as honorable mention.
I got a
Yeah.
feeling here.
What?
here. Matt, I feel like you like black liquor.
No.
Thank
can't
God.
stand it.
Oh my
Can't-
God.
Thank
Thank
goodness.
God. All right,
Yeah.
we
Can't
can move on
fucking-
then.
I
Because
don't
we all
know.
went
I
off
don't know
about you're a
why it's.
sociopath.
I don't know why it's a fucking thing. I can't.
Only
dude,
serial killers here.
Is,
Like Elio
is
said.
Good and Plenty the worst candy that has ever
Oh,
been
horrible.
invented?
How
Oh.
bad of a head fake was it the
Mike
first time
and
you got
Ike-
it? It looked like Mike and Ike's, and I
Mike
throw it
and
in my
I
mouth
can't
and it tastes
believe
like
there's
doo-doo.
a worse version of itself. Mike and Ike is like, oh my God, thank God Good and Plenty
Yes.
exists. Otherwise, we'd be
Yes.
the shittiest version of this. All right, the number 3 pick in the draft. Liam says, guys, stop overthinking it. I'm taking a Reese's peanut butter cup for my
Yeah,
chocolate.
the number one
Yeah.
seller in America all the
Yeah.
time. It's
Right
what it
off
is. Yep.
right off the
Number
jump.
one. It's the Goliath.
Yep.
Comes
the
back
Goliath.
with a six pick, hits the gummy category, peach rings, but not
Yep.
the fancy ones, the generic
ghetto
ones.
joints.
The,
Yep.
The
fuck-
generic
the
peach rings.
99.
You know what we're yes, Matt.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Matt
you know
knows
what
exactly
we're talking
what
about.
I'm
I, dude,
Yeah.
you get I used to live them in the orange slices
all the little
from the
packages
mobile.
we were saying.
Oh,
Yep.
fucking-
And they had like that.
they had like the orange
construction
paper.
top.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
He knows.
Good
He
shit,
knows.
Liam.
So Liam's got Reese's peanut butter cups with chocolate, peach rings for
Yep.
gummy. He takes sprees for his sugar.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Mhm.
And then he opens the door for my big league chew by taking fruit stripe gum as his wild card.
Killer.
Wow.
Killer fruit stripe.
Yeah.
With an honorable mention for the blue shark,
belly.
Gummy.
white bellies. Yeah, the
Yeah.
gummies.
Yep.
A
Awesome.
lot of strong teams. Steve is so fucking good at these things. Maddie,
Yeah.
you don't fucking believe it how
He
good he
is.
is, right?
Is it another Bigfoot predator
Dude,
repeat?
it's-
Nah,
no,
I don't think
it's
so.
actually the total other way, but it makes so much sense. Steve, the number 4 pick in the draft, he takes a Hershey bar.
Just
Just a straight
Plain
up
old milk
chocolate
chocolate. The
Hershey
joint that
bar,
started
man.
it all. 'Cause I don't
It's
really fuck
ex-
with chocolate.
It's
sweetest
excellent,
place on earth.
right? He follows it up
100%.
with a giant Smartie for his sugar
They make
category.
these things, Matt, that are the size of $50, and it is the exact same consistency and product.
And
It says
dimensions.
along the side of the wrapper, Smarties. So it's Smarties on steroids. There's only one place on the planet I find them. It said Stelly, but your teeth rot out instantly.
Sure.
With the 12th pick in the draft, he takes Haribo Star Mix specifically from the gummy category. Haribo, you might
If
know
you
as
know,
famous
you know.
Gummy
Oh,
bear
I
company.
fucks with Haribo. Bern.
Yeah, that's
Haribo.
right. We
Haribo,
fucked
yeah,
with
whatever it is.
It's it's Haribo. You ever hit the
But the-
pronunciation?
the
It's
Star
Haribo.
Mix-
That's how the company says it. You
Yeah.
stunod. Now you look like a dipshit.
You
The
Well,
Star
put it
Mix
like he knew.
specifically.
I
And
specifically
Europeans
looked it
call
up.
it Haribo.
By the way,
You're
before I
European,
finish,
you queer.
That's
Are you
Before I-
European now?
before I finish reading Steve's team, I gotta say it's really funny. I didn't realize Steve was a candy aficionado because anytime anybody talks about candy on the show, Steve's like, "Eat more candy, you fat fuck." So I didn't realize that Steve was going to be the one who had this specific candy. His last pick is High Chew Japanese Superfruit with chia seeds as
Chia
his wild
seeds in it.
card.
Chai seeds.
Chai
It's a bag
seeds.
called Superfruit. I went so
Yeah.
deep on this because I'm
And
an
then he takes-
aficionado.
And then he takes Peanut Chews as his wild card. And you're looking
Yeah.
at Steve's team and you're like, they're either going to bow out in the first round or win the whole fucking thing. Like, I don't know. These guys, this is a wild team, but anchored by that Hershey bar. I mean, although, listen, I'm not going to speculate. I'm just saying that's where we are. So, Maddie, we have a couple questions for you. Now that these things have been decided, you didn't really get to participate in the stake, but you know what's been had. You know what hasn't.
Can
We
I
need
just-
4 categories from
none
you.
of my picks were chosen. So
Well, then away you go.
Dog, why are you teasing like that?
I just
Oh,
can't
he's so
believe-
happy. He's
I
so
just-
happy.
He's so,
I-
yo, that
he's
was
so
the most
happy.
joyful I've seen him in years.
so happy.
He's gonna
I
twinkle
cannot-
in your eye, cuz
I cannot believe that this is
no one
still
picks
on.
your fat kid shit.
I can't believe that this
There he
isn't, this isn't off the table. Is Twix number 1 pick?
It was-
Nah.
It was
That's
almost
good.
it was almost
good.
Sean's honorable mention. Sean was
It
between
is.
Twix and Snickers.
He went between them. Yeah. he
So
did.
fucking good.
Are you left
So
or
that's-
right? Are you
So
left
that's
or
your
right?
chocolate.
I'm
Maddie?
both. I'm
That's your
ambidextrous.
chocolate?
That's my chocolate.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
the texture he is.
And then for my gummy, I wanted to go gummy lifesavers. Had
Oh,
you
those
are good.
the lifesavers
Sure.
gummy?
Yep.
Right.
Strong pick.
And then I guess for sugar, I can't believe like some of the strong ones aren't gone because
no one was doing pixie sticks, man.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the
got
trigger.
close with Fun Dip.
My
He
sugar.
did. I couldn't.
I almost went with pixie sticks actually.
I couldn't pull the trigger on it.
They're of the same ilk.
So my sugar is gonna be Skittles, specifically purple bag Skittles. The
Tropical
berry
or
blend.
what's that? Wild berry.
Wild
Yeah,
berry.
Wild
Skittles.
berry.
Yeah.
Maybe the only
you are
person
not
here.
fucking around. You are not
I
fucking
hate
around at
Skittles.
all. I had no
I
idea.
told you I could see the
I
twinkle in this
know.
motherfucker's eye from a mile
And
away. He
then
ain't smiled like
Skittles,
that since his wedding day.
parentheses,
And
purple
then
bag.
the my wild card is gonna be. Have you had the Nerds clusters?
Those are
Yes.
amazing.
Mhm.
Nerds
It's like
cluster.
chunks of nerd rope. It's
Oh,
my go-to.
yeah.
The
It's like
blue bag
Nerds rope, but
specifically.
even better.
The blue
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
You go
It's like
blue
the
bag
shit
with
that's
it. Oh.
inside of the Nerds rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a nerd rope cut up in their little chunks. It's fantastic.
Damn. What for an honorable mention?
Bite
I'm
size.
trying
Not
to
bad,
think.
Matty.
Do you know
Man, just
what's-
go with your gut, cuz. What's the
Well,
matter
you know
with
what's the gimmick I like? So it's another Haribo. Is that right, Steve? Did I say
That's
that
right, baby.
correctly?
I'm when I tell you, my diet.
Haribo.
You remember how in the bottom of the
So-
triangle it was like wheat, the whole thing? That was candy for me my whole life. Candy's the structure of my triangle diet or whatever the fuck the pyramid's called.
If you are
So-
speaking Spanish, though, it's
That's why I was
actually
fat as a
Haribo.
kid.
Just keep that in mind. Steve, when you're talking to the ladies about your candy choices.
Oh, always
Haribo.
Haribo.
So
Go ahead,
they're-
Maddie.
They're called the Haribo berries. So they look like they're like gummy,
Maddie,
gummy with like balls
So good.
on the outside. The
that sounds
Haribo
good. But
berries.
it has this like hard outside,
Yeah.
but not too hard candy coating.
Oh,
with
it's
Yeah.
a
getting
gummy
way
thing in the
less
middle.
gay.
It is amazing. Maybe I'm gayer than him. Whatever. Maybe I'm a better gay man. But either way, yes. Oh my God. There's another one with the Haribo. If you never had it, like you're like, what the fuck is this? I tried to explain it's that gold iconic gummy bear bag that everyone knows. But every product they make that's a gummy is fucking fire.
Yeah, Haribo knows what the fuck.
But
they're
the
doing.
gold standard. The gold standard. So,
Ah.
Matty,
They are, yeah.
Haribo berries is the honorable mention. Is that what it's called? Haribo
Yeah,
berries?
Yeah,
They're hard to find too.
Yeah, they're like it's not black licorice flavored, but it's like a
No.
blackberry and a red berry
Yes.
looking
Yeah.
like so they look like they're
Like
in the shape of,
raspberry type
they're
ordeals.
in the shape of a gumdrop, but then they have like they're
A little,
like,
little
they're-
texture. Little
They're
texture.
almost like
Hard
they're
coating.
They're covered in nerd, so it's a
Mhm.
gumdrop
What?
covered in nerd.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But instead
it's
of like
not-
nerds,
it's no sour. It's all sweet though. Yeah,
but also
They're-
the
I-
nerds is like individual nerds. This is more of like a melted together nerd coating.
See,
So it's like a
that's what-
coating around
okay.
it though. Not
I've
like the
never had a
individual
hard-
little nerd balls stuck.
I've
I've
never had
seen
a
them, but
hard
I just
Haribo.
never picked
Never
them
had a
up.
hard Haribo. I've
They're
never had a
bomb.
They
Haribo
are-
or anything
they're
that
worth-
wasn't
They're
a
bomb.
gummy.
Here,
I
I, don't
agree,
know
Maddie.
if you guys can see it. This is
They're
what
bomb.
This is what
Yeah,
I'm
I've
talking-
seen them before.
They're bomb.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Bro.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jones hit.
Crunchy
They have
and
them. They have them
chewy.
at the dollar
Haribo.
store.
Haribo.
You got me. You got me interested, man.
Them Jones
Yeah.
suck
They're
my
Because I don't have
cock,
enough
yo.
candy in my fucking house right
They
now.
suck your
So-
I'm gonna go buy some
Yeah.
more.
I'm gonna take them Jones to the strip club and throw them up like money. You know how much that cost? Apparently $263. But whatever. You know how much that was cost in my life.
Nah, they're even
Oh.
cheaper. They have them at Dollar Tree. They're
Nice.
$1.25.
So, dude, great shit, guys. Love everyone's picks. So let's keep it moving.
Ah,
Now,
come
Matt,
on.
can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Is the story true that the reason I started the show off because I dominated the last two of these pick ordeals?
We didn't
and you
even
knew
put
how
the
good I
fucking
was.
songs
So
up
you
for a
moved
poll.
me to
We
king.
didn't even
So
put
you
it up. We
moved
didn't put it-
me
never got up.
to the new
Never
head.
got up.
Did I get moved to the head table because this is what I do? You know what I mean?
Steve.
Get a pay raise, man.
So everyone listening,
I ate my
the-
lunch on
on
Bill Murray. I was okay
the-
with that. But those songs never even made it. They never even made it to the show.
on
They never even made it to the poll.
on December 9th
Yeah.
of this year, we will be airing, hopefully we make it there. But if everything goes according to plan, we are scheduled to air our 200th episode on December 9th of this year. Steve, you came in, I believe it was like episode 12,
Jesus Christ.
and I know you weren't a two-time, sometimes you did double duty, but you're coming up on like 90 episodes yourself, if not more. Actually, you might be close to 100. But then also this week, the Bill Nicholls episode this week marked the 100th episode of the Tuesday show.
Hell yeah.
So,
Hey,
Attaboy.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
so it's
Attaboy.
crazy to think Bern was the #1 episode, and now we've
you're at
reached
100.
the 100th episode of the Tuesday show. So unbelievable. You know
Also,
what I mean?
you
shout-
guys,
you know,
when
Shout
you
out
guys
to
were
my
talking
man,
about the sorry.
Mickey Sergeant Peppers.
Oh my God! Fucking nose beers.
Those beers.
Oh,
Nose beers.
The
Mickey
horse
Bass.
goose, dude.
He-
The horse
the horse
goose. That was the
goose.
funniest part.
But he had a run early in that pod of like
Oh.
18 minutes where he was just knocking out a banger like every 3.5. It was like watching 30 Rock. Where you're like, how
Yeah.
many jokes can you fit into 1 minute? Yeah, Mickey Bangers.
I'll tell you,
Mickey Sergeant Peppers.
Hmm.
I don't
Either
want
way.
His background is bonkers. Like how
wild.
like
Too strange
Dude,
to
it's
live,
like-
too rare to die. Like, I mean, he shouldn't.
Like-
Heaven
He
won't
was-
take him, and hell won't have him back.
He
He's
was
a
on-
fucking conundrum.
He was on the the Honeydew, the Ryan Sickler podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a pretty big show. He ended up on there. They do like a gimmick where for the or for like the, subscribers or whatever, they'll do like a guest show, and he was a guest on the show, apparently. I didn't see it, but apparently it was good. But yeah, no, Mickey Bass is fucking nuts, you know? Next week on the show, we'll be airing the Elesio Tahanlungit episode.
That is a hard ass name. That shit's sick.
Yeah, he's Filipino.
Hell yeah. I want that name. Yo, that shit
Bor-
come off the tongue nice.
He was born in the Philippines, moved to California. He was the doctor or whatever nurse. He was the on-call at
Killed Michael Jackson.
at Orange County Correctional Facility.
shit.
Like
Yes,
the
sir.
Orange County Prison. He was like the on-call nurse that checked everybody. He did Montgomery. He then moved to PA. He was the on-call at Montgomery County and I think Delaware County and also Graterford. But he only did Graterford for a day, he said, because when he was there, he said they had him in Gen Pop with no like he wasn't
Yep.
in like a room like
Wasn't
they just-
protected.
Yeah,
Just hanging out.
they just had him at
Hanging
there.
out with
He
a
was like, yeah,
baton.
he's like, fuck this, no way, not
Yeah.
a chance.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a girl.
Fair enough.
There's a girl I work with that her grandfather was a guard at Graterford, and when he retired, he was given a bat, and there's like 13 notches on it for the like amount of times he tried to be killed.
Oh my
Hell yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
Hell
he
yeah.
was like his shit's pretty nuts, but yeah.
Towards the
My,
end, Graterford got a little wild because it was real loose. Now they got the Phoenix built there, which is like state of the art. But Graterford in its heyday was wild.
Oof.
Hey, shout
why
out to
why
my-
is it so bad? Is it like just for
Understaffed.
Yeah.
but like what sort of because
It's a state
when I was
prison.
in,
State
It's
facility.
like the worst.
It's not
of
a
the
county
worst
jail.
over there,
It's a
right?
state. You have to have an over
like
like
life
a 10-year
sentences.
sentence. Yeah. 10 years and up,
Okay.
basically. Go there. Yeah.
And also, it's a state prison. It's not a for-profit model, which is what a lot of these prisons are around here now. So, like, nobody gives a shit about it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the most private.
it is what it is. It's gonna just be like, I don't know, Thunderdome. Shout out to my grandfather, Chuluk Levan, my mom's dad. He was a prison guard at Chase Prison, which is in Luzerne County. It's a state correctional, but it's like minimum, like medium security. And one day he found himself in a room, and he looked around and went, "Well, this doesn't look great." Like, there were supposed to be a couple of dudes in there. They weren't. He got jumped. He got a hip replacement. He had some choice.
Shit.
He had some choice opinions.
Yeah.
Good dude. And all the frames in my house were free and made by inmates. So yeah.
Yeah. So like we said, next week on the show, Elesio Tahanlungit. Really good. Really excited about that. It's also the return of the one and only Oliver Asiran Asiran comes on the show. He helped me book this
Ooh.
guest, so I had him co-host. So yeah, he'll be back, which is really cool. But
Nice.
before we get out of here, Sean, you had talked about in A Block of tackling a 300-pound heifer. 300-pound.
350.
Yeah.
350.
No, not a half. No, a heifer is a female. a female cow.
It's
Yeah, that was
pussy.
last show.
This
That was
a
last show.
hog.
He was tackling
No, we got
heifers.
dude, we got
I
some
tackled a
heifers,
couple
dude.
of heifers in my time. I have definitely taken a couple of heifers down. You know what I mean?
No,
They're
dude,
slippery, but I
Me
got
both,
them.
baby.
Amen.
So, all right, Sean. So, could you please regale us of your hog interaction?
Yeah, hell yeah. How did this start?
Yeah, so basically,
What are you doing with this giant ass pig?
so basically,
Bend over and
I'm
I'll
a farm.
show you.
I'm the farm manager at a school district, and so there's this program called FFA. It's called Future Farmers of America, and it's an awesome program. It teaches kids about leadership and responsibility. And so what they do is they can go as small as like a bunny or a chicken or a goat or a turkey, all the way to a hog, and then the biggest level is like a cow. And you have to like give it good feed. You have to go there every single day. You got to walk it. You got to do all kinds of stuff. And it's a whole year program. And then you show it. You show your animal. And so this big FFA program, you show your animals. You get graded on it. And experts come in and say, okay, this is a good animal. So that's the first part of it. Like that's like from 8 to 11 a.m. in the morning. And they get awards. And it's a big to do. There's probably 800 people there. And then we take a 3 or 4 hour break, and then we auction it off. You get like a real auctioneer, like those fucking fast talking auctioneers. Like
Got three, got four, got two. Give me two, give me two, give me three, give me four.
I was hoping you would do it because I can't do it. I can't talk that fast. But dude, it's fucking awesome. And we raised $120,000 in one night.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is awesome. And it all goes back in the FFA program, and it goes back in the program. It pays for feed. It pays for fuel, it pays for pen space, it pays for new animals.
Nice.
But it's a long day. Like since Thursday, I've worked 60 hours since Thursday. A lot of hours.
Jesus.
So I got there at 6 a.m. on Saturday. I didn't leave till midnight. But the end.
And this
end
is
of the
all
day,
with your new, so you just started this and you're already putting in all these hours?
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone. I mean, agriculture is not for everyone, but it fucking runs the world, and I love it. But yeah, so I got there at 6 a.m. and then but at the very end of the night, once everything is auctioned off, like they auction off all kinds of stuff. They auction off like the animals, turkeys. Like I bought 2 turkeys for Thanksgiving, like actual turkeys.
Are you gonna kill them?
God damn it!
Yeah, dude, that's what we do. That's what we do, man. Like these kids learn like the full spectrum of life and death. Like they raise the goat, they raise the chicken, they raise all that stuff. And then it gets either they can choose to process it themselves, or you can have a processing company come out, and that's what we're doing. So like for the bigger stuff, it gets auctioned off and it goes to a processing plant. And so the processing plant comes out with their trucks, just a truck with a gooseneck, and you got to put the animals in there. And so we had fucking 25 hogs that got auctioned off.
How big?
So,
like, what are the average sizes of the hogs? Like, you said the one was 350.
These are show quality fucking hogs that get like the best feed. Like, they're not getting like any kinds of. They're getting the best feed. So this thing, I mean, you're ranging from 300 pounds to like 600-pound hogs.
Oh,
like I mean, these things are big and they're strong.
Do they have tusks?
And no, that's the thing I was gonna say.
They're domesticated. You let it go for 2 weeks in the wild, it'll grow hair and tusks in 2 weeks.
Steve, it's wild. That's the
wild.
thing. Pigs are weird. Pigs
it's 2 weeks away from being a monster.
Yeah, and what happens is like that switches there, and it could. Steve's saying 2 weeks, but it can happen
10
in
seconds.
10 seconds too, because
right. With the
what
attitude.
happens is like we had 25 hogs, and we put in like I don't know 18, 19, and like they know they're going in the truck, and these things are fucking smart. And toward the end, the last few did not want to get in the truck, and there's 4 fucking big dudes, like agricultural teachers that have been around this shit for all. My boss, he's been doing animal science for 30 years.
Yeah, did they come to a thing? It's like cognitive science that there is like as comparable as a dog cognitively. It's like the same thing. Like these things can do all types of shit.
Pigs are smart.
Yeah,
they're smarter than dogs. They're the smartest dog you've ever had. They're smarter than that.
Yeah.
And they're bigger and they're stronger
shit.
and they're bigger and they're stronger. But like I was sitting there doing administrative work because that's like kind of my position. It was like I got to do like some administrative stuff. So I'm sitting there like marking them off, making sure they're right. And this fucking big old 350-pound hog makes through 4 dudes.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like the last line of defense. Behind me is like the assistant principal, like who doesn't know shit about agriculture. There's like my boss who doesn't know anything about fucking agriculture. Like their teacher, like regular teachers, not even agricultural teachers. And
they're just like,
I'm
I
like
signed up as a volunteer, now I'm gonna get trampled by a fucking hog.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Fucking
I mean,
dinosaur.
There's volunteers there too. There's volunteers there that are just kind of helping out. And I'm sitting there doing administrative work, and I'm like, holy fuck, this big old hog is fucking running down the hall. And I'm like the last line of defense, because like if I don't fucking tackle this thing, it's gonna like go into the crowd. It's gonna go outside. It's gonna do whatever.
Like, could it really, like, if like a little kid was there, it would fucking.
Oh, dude, it would, dude. I mean, it wouldn't like intentionally, like it wouldn't like bite him or anything, but it would totally run him over.
Oh,
and like, dude, if it hits the little kid's gonna fall over, hit back of his head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like I'm like the last line of defense right here. So I put my cell phone in my pocket real quick, and I just fucking get back. I no shit got into like my old school like linebacker fucking. I was like, this is fucking, this is on.
Get low. Time to get low.
Dude,
low
like,
man wins. Low man wins.
I got lower than the pig, but then
hell yeah,
I fucking took his leg out.
Yep.
But dude, he beat my ass afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
but like I did my job.
Now you're just holding.
I did my job. Like my only job really at that point, I kind of knew like instantly. I had like a second or two to realize it. I was like, my only goal is just to like slow it down so 4 other dudes can come over, because I ain't stopping this thing. But I did my job. I slowed it down, and the other guys came, and but it took 5 of us to get this motherfucker on the truck.
Oof.
But now he's probably baking.
You got the last laugh though. You know,
He's
you got the last laugh.
probably a pork chop now.
One other thing that pigs are better at than dogs is being delicious.
Yeah.
As far as
now, Chinaman might argue with
I don't
you.
know.
But whatever.
Yeah. Don't say that.
You could be wrong, man. You could be wrong. A bull mastiff could taste really good.
Yeah, a guy from Vietnam might argue that point. He might have a little different story, but it's all
we
good.
all
but
had
it's not like
General Tso's chicken.
Every
though.
country
Damn right,
in the,
it's
I
tasty.
feel like I was going to say every country in the world. There are some religiously restricted countries in the world, but like you look at Hawaiian cuisine, you look in the Yukon, you look in Norway, you look in Bangkok, you look in
Vikings
Africa.
and shit. They all got the pig.
Eats fucking pigs. Everybody eats.
Except for the
pigs.
Middle East.
There's like one very specific section.
The Muslims and the Jews don't.
Yeah, they don't fuck with it. No.
But they're all like kind of right here. But if you, across
and
the rest of the globe,
honestly, they're missing out.
No bacon, no deal, no deal. I'm out.
I might as well die. Kill me when bacon's away.
I'm out.
Kill me when
done.
Bacon's no longer a thing. Just
Whatever,
shoot
I'm
me in
done.
the fucking neck.
Yeah,
I love pig products, but like I did discover, dude, goat, if it's done right, goat is actually really good. And that's the Middle East, the Muslims, they love their goat.
Just threw up in my mouth.
If it's done right, it's good, man. But it has to be done right, and it's very specific, and like there's
low and slow. I think
there's specific. Well, no, there's also specific.
Yeah, that's what
breeds
Akbar
too.
said.
I mean,
He'll go low and slow right before he cooks.
Just like dogs, just like dogs. I mean, how many breeds of dogs are there? I don't,
exactly.
And there's tons of breeds of goats.
Roasting dogs. What?
Yeah, if you get the right goat, but maybe we need to reevaluate the right breed of dog to eat. I don't know.
I mean,
all right, so
I'm out.
All right,
I can't do it either. I can't. I'm joking.
Nobody wanted. Sorry, I'm sorry, Sean. We all left you on an island there. We were like, we love Sean, and we'll see you in hell. We're not gonna comment on that. Which type of dog should we eat?
You know it's crazy though. Like, so
I feel guilty, but
no, it's crazy. So like, I was a combat medic, and like part of why combat medics are so good, and like at a school like they're better than like ER residents, is because we do fucking surgery on animals. No, but for the longest time, Fort Bragg would do surgery on dogs, and they fucking nixed it because all the veterans were like, we can't do it. Like psychologically, they couldn't do it. That's why they switched over to goats and pigs, because
fuck you, pig and goat. Fido gets a pass.
Dude, psychologically, even Navy SEALs and Green Berets and Delta Force guys, they couldn't deal with it psychologically. So they
we have dogs,
the whole,
and we use
we have
dogs.
We
use dogs,
and now it's all goats, and now it's all pigs.
Eggs. I like eggs.
Lavelle, you remember my wedding? You met Sergeant Ken,
Oh,
who was
was a fucking
Nick's dog. But his name was Sergeant Ken. So if you are an enlisted dog, you're not going to be called Fluffy or like whatever. They just give you a legit person's name. So they were like, "This is Nick. He's a park ranger. This is his dog, Sergeant Ken."
That dog was legit. That dog was a fucking specimen. That thing, like, dude, that dog unbelievably well trained, right? Like, unbelievably. And it was just, dude, it was like the most athletic thing I've ever seen.
I got out of a DUI when I was 18, which would have been my only DUI because I was with my buddy Maciej, and Maciej was born in Poland. And when we got pulled over and the cop rolled up to the car with the dog, he started talking to him in Polish, and the dog like understood, and the cop was like, "Oh shit!"
They do a lot of the commands with it.
These are his commands. But he started talking to him like his own. Both of his parents. I mean, he was born in Poland as well. I think he left though when he was like 3. He had an older sister who left when she was 5. But his parents were, straight there, Anna and Waldemar. And he just started bullshitting with this dog in Polish, and the cop got so distracted by how much fun everyone was having that they let us drive away. And then my other friends, Dino, Richie, and Sue, who were also pulled over at the same time, by the time we drove around the block, they were all getting underage fines. So
Fantastic.
He chatted with a dog.
You
in
picked
Polish.
the right car to be in.
I was driving, shouldn't have been. And we were riding dirty, and a dog came over
of my life.
interested, and Maciej said some nice things to him in Polish, and the dog was like, "Hey, I like these guys. You know what,
Maddie, we should probably make sure that this is under the statute of limitations, because DUIs could be considered attempted murder in some states.
Yeah, Bern said 18. So, he's like, what? You're what, 52?
Yeah. This was in
no. I'm saying
so
the statute of limitations only applies to certain things, and I know murder does not. Like, if you're 100 years old and you murder someone, you're like,
you kill somebody, Bern?
No.
You about to admit some shit? You about to admit some shit?
Did you?
This is pre-2000. Maciej's dead, and the dog probably is too. So I think we're all in the clear.
Everybody's gone.
One died.
No gun, no fucking rap. You know what I mean? No conviction.
I think we're gonna be okay.
All right, so we're coming to the top of time. Before we get out of here, Lasmeeshma, anything you want to say to Lasmeesh Nation before we get out of here?
Yeah, fuck Houston and fuck the Astros.
Yeah, fuck them in their commie asses, huh? All right. Strong Stem, anything you want to say before we take off?
I do, and a fucking request. I piggyback on what he just said, and I need the Rocky theme behind me as I do this.
Yeah, get it.
Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum.
That's a fucking rally, Chuck, for the Titans. We're talking about the Titans.
For those listening, Steve just chugged a beer.
And now he's lightheaded. But we here.
We're here.
That was
We're
pee.
doing it. All right.
Looks like it.
Very
I'm
nice.
not Manny Pacquiao.
Benoit Pooh. Pacquiao did that? I thought that was Juan Manuel Marquez.
Now, Pacquiao does it too. He used to drink his own piss because he thought he would lose nutrients through it, which is true, but it's also he's fucking nut.
Man, him and Marquez.
Now they're both also legends, so I might as well piss in it. Yeah, you didn't see the HBO behind, or it was the special with Pacquiao pissing his shit.
24/7.
I thought that was Marquez.
No, it was Pacquiao. Pac-Man. No. Fucking weirdo.
He is a weirdo. All right.
Now, if I'll be a world champ, I'll drink my piss right now. If you can guarantee me I'm a world champ, I'll drink piss. My piss. Right now. Don't chop that into something gay either, Matt. That's not a good soundbite.
Yeah, sure it isn't. All right, Benoit Podcasy. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
So I got a phone call from a buddy of mine. Also, by the way, I know the Phillies game isn't happening live as you're listening to this, but got them right where we want them. Buddy of mine I haven't talked to in years. Right? Called me to let me know that his wife's brother's sister's husband works for SEPTA.
Fuck yeah.
And that if somehow the Phils were able to clinch in Philly, the parade would be on Saturday. But if they clinched on the road, it would be on Wednesday. And this already internal stuff. Now, I'm not trying to jinx anything. I'm just saying I heard this information earlier today. So regardless of what happens, the chickens
before they hatch. Yep.
Regardless of what happens, no, it's not a jinx. It's just. And I haven't talked to this guy in like 6 years. And then I was like,
sure.
Does he not know that I don't live in Philly anymore? And also, what a hero calling me after 7 years, being like, yeah, we could have been hanging out and be buddies, but
totally
because they know,
they all know.
They know.
They don't know, now they know.
Fuck
All
right.
Very
Whatever
good.
we want.
Sean Douglas Day. Anything you want to say before we fack ass?
I think I said enough tonight. I mean,
Sean, can we ask if you would drink your own piss if it made you the greatest superpowers on planet Earth? Would you drink
An
your own
absolute
piss?
yes.
Yeah, right.
If you say no, then you're a commie.
Easy yes.
Would you
I don't
drink
even-
your piss because you were going through dehydration and you needed the liquid?
Oh.
I don't even need to
Hold
get out
on,
of
hold on.
bed to drink my
Real
own
quick.
piss,
This
you
is
know?
this is
I don't
funny.
go
So
anywhere.
I actually have a story for piss that's 1 minute. My uncle, who was the astronaut, we talked about this before. He was the guy. He was up at the space station 3 times, whatever.
Mhm.
One of his claims to fame is the machine they used up there. They would piss in it and would convert it to water. And that was like one of his missions was bringing that machine and testing it. And I was like, when he got back, because he's he's my uncle, so I see him and I'm Uncle Chris. Who was the first dickhead up there that drank their own piss out the machine? Was it you? Did you drink your piss out the machine? He was like, no, somebody else tried it first. But yes, I drank my own piss that we poured in some super sophisticated machine. Drank his own piss though. Shout out Uncle Chris and
Shout
NASA.
out, fan of the show,
Uncle
listener
Piss.
of
And the
Piss the
commander of the
astronaut.
final NASA mission.
Uncle Pissbag. All right. So, are we good? Has everyone said what they wanted to say?
No, fuck you, Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them. All right. Well, speaking
I got
of
a question for you guys, dude. I live in fucking. I live in Alvin. Okay,
I got to piss so bad.
okay. Nolan Ryan. Where was Nolan Ryan born?
Canada.
Nolan Ryan was born in Alvin, Texas. Nolan Ryan was like obviously Houston, Texas,
Sure.
like fucking legend.
Right.
And my new job is in Alvin, Texas. So if I wear a Phillies cap tomorrow, I may get murdered. And I'm debating, should I wear a fucking Phillies cap
You're
to Alvin,
you're
Texas
debating
tomorrow?
how froggy you're feeling when you wake up tomorrow morning. Like,
Yeah.
do
Dude,
I have
dude,
enough
like,
time in my
dude, you haven't-
day or do I not?
Dude, you have no idea. Like Alvin, Texas is Houston. It's like half an hour away. And Alvin, Texas is known for Nolan Ryan and the Houston Astros. Like that's like
Yeah, man, you're fine.
Sure.
You're tough. You
if I wear this tomorrow, I may get
you'll
murdered.
be good.
Also, I'm a New York Giants fan who lived in Philadelphia for 17 years. I get it, man. I get it. It is
Yep.
just don't be a dickhead. Like you can wear
Right.
your hat, just don't be a dickhead. You know, like
Yep. So, well, speaking of getting it, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, the bad boy Benoit Podcasy, Bern Podcasy, and Sean Douglas Day. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content and all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You know, us on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com. Please like, subscribe so we can keep this party going. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Thanks. See ya. All right. So, what the fuck
This
now?
is bullshit. You fucking cocksuckers did this on purpose to me and did this during the Phillies game. And now I'm not confident in my team. And I feel like I should have made different picks and my fucking things on the line. And you
Nah.
guys did this on purpose because you knew I wouldn't pay
we're gonna
attention.
be a-okay.
This is
baby.
gonna be
It's
okay,
baby.
man.
It's gonna be okay, baby.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
okay,
be
man.
okay, baby.
The
The-
fucking
okay.
Phillies are losing. This
Nah,
is
the
bullshit.
numbers are. It's still on our side, man.
It's gonna be okay, baby. It's gonna be okay.
Everyone's still standing. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with
Yeah.
that.
Listen, no one has
Let's
sat
go.
down since Monday night and didn't even play a game that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you motherfuckers been
hell yeah.
standing for fucking 80 hours.
And by the way, Houston, the Eagles are going to roll in tomorrow night and shove their dick right in
Oh
your
yeah.
mouth.
They're playing
Eagles in
Texans?
Houston tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yep,
the
tomorrow
Eagles
night.
are playing the
Dude.
Texans in Houston
Go
tomorrow
to the
night.
game, Sean, and pull your dick out. And pay
Yo,
the
wear
Eagle
that
on
Phillies
it.
hat to the game.
I can't. I work around
dude.
kids now.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Fuck, my bad.
If you do want to
Fly me down there, I'll
7
do it.
people though, put on your Phillies hat and go to the game and just be like, "Hey, everybody, what's going on?" You won't fight alone.
When it
There's
wear
gonna be a
all Eagles shit, and when they
Well,
Well,
the
when
thing
when
is,
someone
like, dude,
says
like,
something-
listen,
be like-
not to be
Well, dude,
negative,
no,
not to be negative,
dude.
but if the Phillies lose this game tonight, it means that the series will, no matter what, go
End
back
in
to Houston.
Yeah, end in Houston.
On Saturday. So you might have a even more of an influx of Philadelphia fans heading down your way than like if they win tonight. Maybe people are hoping they can win at Philly. If they lose tonight, you're gonna have more Philly fans talking themselves into like, you know what? fucking Birds are playing the Texans.
You know
and
what?
Also, like, this should be a World Series game. I don't have any money, but if I did, that's the kind of shit I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Dude, Maddie, nobody like a really good show, and I don't know the guy, but I could probably set it up. There's like this former fucking SEAL. He was a badass. He was a Master Chief.
Yes.
His name's fucking Joseph John Schmidt III, and he was a fucking SEAL on the West Coast. So I don't even seen him in person. But
reach out, Sean.
But he's married to a porn star, and he did a porn with his wife.
Oh my God! Please,
Yes.
And
get that
dude,
bull on the show, Sean.
And dude, he's a character, man. Like he's a fucking real character.
Get that
And,
bull on the show. Tell him you'll be on it with him. Hell yeah!
Yeah,
dude.
Dude, Google it right now. I don't know him. I was the East Coast guy. He's a West Coast guy. But Google right now. If you just Google Joseph John Schmidt III, like Navy SEAL.
Isn't that a song? Or is that Jingle Schmidt? Am I fucking this up?
Schmidt.
Yeah, well,
it sounds like
that was his name too. It's okay.
Swanson, whatever. I was close.
Schmidt. Your name is mine.
That was an incredible joke I just made, and no one noticed. But also,
and I hit him with the dumber,
Maddie,
and no one noticed.
I will say the interview you had with D was really good. It's interesting when like everyone you're talking to, like everybody has their own motivations, but like there are certain people in certain jobs where like I just can't really go into that. And it really is one industry where it's like if you're willing to do that, you're probably willing to talk about it. And it's funny because it's like, oh man, we're interviewing a porn star, working perspectives. It wasn't that. I mean, it was not the most graphic or X-rated episode that has ever been done on this podcast. It was just a pretty legit conversation. But when you guys asked her questions, like she was like, oh yeah, here's the answer. And so I don't know. I think there's a genuine interest in being like, this fucking broad is just showing her beehole for 25 minutes. And then I ask her a question. She's like, well, I don't really like to talk about my high school. And you're like, what? Well, that's my hobby. I knit. And you're like, what is happening here?
That's fine. Like porn's a weird one though. It's like basically everyone watches it, but like if you have a certain job, you can't talk about it. But like everyone's watching it.
Everyone watches it.
Weird. It's weird that Matt doesn't fucking invite me on the show when there's Whoas, and I thought we were fucking friends, but apparently we're not.
Steve,
I agree.
They do not
I won't
like
even say
to
anything.
be called Whoas.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's number one.
Second,
All right, never mind. All right, I gotta learn the rules.
Second,
all right, chill.
First hurdle.
I gotta learn the rules.
The next recording is a 9 a.m. recording.
I'll cut out of work. I'll quit, and I will be
I'll
naked
quit.
in the episode. Just put the weird blackout thing around.
Your dad
my
owns
mouth.
the business. What's he gonna do? Fire you? He's your
Also-
My dad.
Also,
Is he gonna fire you?
yeah. Well, and then also we cannot. I mean, Steve, I will say this: you do have a history of yelling at and making cry female guests that have been on the show.
That's not true.
That is 100% true.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
not true. No, it
Oh,
isn't.
really?
Not a history
really?
of it.
Oh,
She didn't cry.
Really?
She didn't cry.
I don't see the behind the thing.
Really, Steve?
She didn't cry.
Oh, she didn't?
No,
Who
she
cried?
cried on
Who
Instagram.
cried? Who
yo.
cried?
Never came back.
Well,
Justin
she follows me.
J-Dub's
She
cousin.
follows me. She follows me on Instagram.
He doesn't even talk to J-Dub anymore.
She's not coming to Thanksgiving.
Oh, the art chick. The art chick who wanted to do the art stuff.
No, it was the sugar daddy conversation that Steve just could not.
No.
She
She
talked about
she was
she talked
marketing
about her job.
Yeah,
She talked about her job that she has no control over and that she doesn't like doing, and she professed she doesn't know anything about. She just copies shit down. And Steve went off saying she doesn't know anything about the automotive industry, which she
And she was
responded
like,
in
"Fair.
saying.
I'm
She's
a
like, yeah,
writer."
no, I don't know anything about
She's
it.
a
And then
critic, not a
Steve-
writer. No, she's a reviewer. She
ripped her
Reviewer, yeah.
apart.
reviews
Steve
vehicles.
Ripped her apart.
Yeah, he was not happy with
Ripped her
that.
apart so
Oh.
bad that I had to mute both of them. Just to continue. I was
No,
like,
and just so
Jesus.
you know, this broad wasn't like fucking bowing.
I
maybe
will
she-
say
whatever.
this though. I will say this.
Oh no, she battled.
I-
like it was.
I will
She
say
battled.
Yeah, she
Compelling.
battled. I will say this though. after everything cooled, 20
And I
minutes
told her I had
later,
a little dog. She wanted to
20
bang me.
minutes later, it was 100% obvious that Justin's cousin wanted to bang Steve. It was 100%
After I
obvious.
yelled at her, it tells you everything,
Oh,
just like Jay does. She probably didn't have the best
ripped
upbringing.
her head off.
Yeah. All of a sudden, all that trauma, she was like, you know what? This is normal. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because of his dog. Because of the dog he had.
Yeah, 100% because of the fucking little shit dog. Right when I told her I had a little shit chihuahua, she was like, "Oh my god, that makes me like you so much more."
He's a predator.
I was like, all right, well,
I
also
the weakest
screamed
in
at
the
you.
pack.
Hell
He
no,
goes-
I go for the
goes
strongest.
after
How
the weakest.
dare you? How dare you? I only go for the strongest. I want the
Why do you
350-pound
think?
heifer.
Why
I
do you
want
think
the
humans,
heifer.
Steve? Why do you think humans have eyes right here and not on the outside? It's
Because I'm a
we're
fucking
predators.
predator. Because I'm a fucking
You're a
predator.
predator.
100%.
You gotta keep your
We're all-
eyes on
100%.
Humans are predators.
50-pound hogs.
That's why
you
humans'
know,
eyes
whether
are in
you're
the
Sean
center,
or
because we're-
Steve or Liam.
Sometimes when I'm trying to focus, one of my eyes goes like to the side.
Fuck you, Matt. She's not your cousin. I fell in love with your cousin and you erased the fucking footage. So fuck you. And we had a moment. She liked me. I liked her. And then you fucking erased it. Like it never happened.
Do we feel like Matt's about to set the studio on fire? Like
I'm mad that Matt did that.
He's almost calm in a way that's making me nervous. Matt, are you okay? How's the babe sleeping? She good?
Yeah, how's the
She in
babe-
bed?
how is
Matt's
your kid
Matt's
now?
playing
3?
single dad.
She's
Matt's
down.
playing single dad.
Yeah. So I will say, I just got the call sheet for the Adrena Winter interview, and let me read it because it's fucking incredible. Oh, okay. Adrena Winter talking points. These are incredible. First talking point is her first scene, which with Brazzers has been released. So shout out to her. Congratulations.
Oh, she's new?
Wait, fresh in the game?
She's been around, but her first scene with Brazzers is like making the lead.
Starting to hit the big
Correct.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brazzers is probably the biggest porn company in the world right now. So her first scene with Brazzers has been released. Second talking point is that Adrena excels at creating niche content such as femdom, humiliation, foot fetish, ash worship, pegging, and for her fans on premium social media platforms and clip website. Next is she is into cuckolding and filming only with black men are her two main niches. And then she has, let me continue. She has a myriad of other interests, including tattoos, or she has a myriad of interesting tattoos, including a black spade. She is a level 2 WSET wine connoisseur, right? Which is a wine, spirit, and education trust. She has a degree in nutrition and food science and is passionate about sustainable food and farming. She used to do long distance triathlons. And then last talking point, she won the award in the XBiz Europa Awards for Best Performer Site.
Dude, all I gotta say is, like there's like the award of the most interesting man in the world. I think she's up there for like the most interesting woman in the
How
world.
about it, dude?
It's cool. It's a cool path.
That's fucking.
It's a weird.
Yo, she dressed up like Velma from Scooby Doo.
How cool was that? I saw that. Yeah, I was like, this chick gets it. She's in the UK, which I'm super excited to talk about British TV because I'm obsessed with British television.
Dude, yeah.
If anything, if any kind of job like remember the movie Enemy of the State?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that movie, man.
And Will Smith.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So those dudes who are sitting in the van, if those guys still exist anymore, hire Liam. Because when we have an interesting question on the show, Liam, I feel like knows exactly the 4 words to type into the search every single time.
He's Jamie.
To get us right to the heart.
He's our Jamie.
Like,
the guy in the chair.
No, that's
the fucking.
We'll call him Jamie
Liam's
number 2.
Liam's like
Jamie Jr.
Looks like he drove his tank into Jimmy's hardware store in 2017, or just. Like, I think Liam needs to be recognized as the guy who, and maybe it's his Reddit, maybe he's got those Reddit chops where he knows how to cut through the BS. But man, mention something, and a minute later, Liam's like, "Here's all the information you need about it."
Well, Reddit's a good source because it's not like biased, like really it's a little bit influenced. It's not like but it's the least influence of like all the.
But it's not advertised. There's no advertising.
So how does Reddit work?
So
if you had to like make a real, because I've been thinking about getting Reddit too, but like is it like a Twitter? Like
Sean,
can you have like a fake name?
You just write whatever you want. But there's no advertisers. So if your shit people don't like, it just gets aggregated out. It's like there's none of those weird other things getting sent to you. You're not being coerced into some kind of idea. Like, it's just, if people like it, they say that's cool. But there's no advertising.
Like, my biggest question
there's
is
no incentive to cheat.
My biggest question is, like, can I get kicked off?
Okay, so I was just about to go over this. So
that's all I care about.
The only thing you'll really get banned
you've had a rough couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I know. I got banned from Facebook. I got banned from Instagram.
Why did you get banned from Facebook?
Because so
that was weeks ago, Matt.
Yeah, there's like this.
Unlock your chat, Matt.
This one of these like shitty rappers out in Michigan that like he like kind of like puts his life online. He's like this failed MMA rapper slash meth head or MMA fighter slash meth head, but he like calls himself Mr. Suboxone, but he loves meth. He's very
Mr. Suboxone.
Yeah, he's got tattoos. He's got tattoos all over his face. He uses the N-word like in his raps, and he's like whiter than anyone. Dude, he's like the worst person ever. But I said that his girlfriend was gonna knife him in his sleep, so I got banned for saying that.
Get a week on Facebook. Yeah. We'll give you a week on Facebook.
We've been banned on, or we got a gimmick on Instagram one time where we weren't allowed to post for like 4 days, but it was because it was like a copyright thing, because I copyrighted some wrestling thing and posted.
Yeah, a song or a clip or something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, but for as far as Reddit goes, yeah, if you dox somebody, like if you like say you were arguing with somebody and they said something, and you contacted their work and said, hey, look what this person's doing. You tried to get them fired or try to get them like humiliated from their family or whatever. That will get you kicked off
burn
already.
you. I
fucking love that. I love that rule.
And on the other hand, like if you and I were arguing and you said, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to beat you up in front of your wife.
That's a threat.
That's off limits. That kind of stuff's off limits. But I think it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should be able to say, I'm going to come to your house.
Keep it on the fucking post.
If you want to mess with somebody's personal life. That's so as far as I know, that's what you're not allowed to do there.
I kind of like
Liam, that. Then how do you feel about Elon Musk buying Twitter?
I think it's a great thing because the less he's like a step in the right direction. That's a step in the right direction for sure. Because
I would much rather Elon Musk focus on like big picture ideas than social media. I felt like that was
but it's freedom of speech though, Bern. It's not social media. It's freedom of speech.
What's freedom of speech? What's freedom of speech? What do you mean it's freedom of speech? What is Elon Musk going to do for Twitter that makes it freedom of speech?
I get you. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech is ultimately a rule for the government. So, like, honestly, what people call censorship, it's not actually censorship. Means the government censoring it. So, like, Twitter saying
they can't do that.
Called curation.
No one.
It's called curation. It's called curation. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good thing where he just allows everyone to say anything they want.
Well, when does that ever work? When does it ever work where there's no consequences for like?
Well, no, dude, there is.
The government can't force you not to say things out loud. It doesn't mean that you don't have consequences for your actions. I think that makes sense. If you go out there and drop a bunch of N-bombs as a stupid-looking white dude, and people are like, "Fuck you," like you did that. You were free to say it, and you were free to be judged by the world. That's
the thing. That is the regulation. Like people think like free speech, like there's no regulations. There's still free speech and regulations. All freedom of speech means, as far as the Constitution, is that the government
can't prevent you from saying.
Dude, if you say something stupid and someone fires you, like I don't really give a shit.
If you work at Dairy Queen and you start posting on your social media, I piss in my Dairy Queen, like they're gonna fire you. You're like, yeah, you're free to say that. But, like also, and they have to.
They should probably test to see if there's.
I don't think Elon Musk
fucking ice cream.
I don't think Elon Musk changes anything about Twitter. I think the guy. I wish that guy was still working on a rail system and getting to Mars and not getting bogged down in making people pay for blue checks and like it's just been such a weird transfer of power, and not power, but like it was happening, then it wasn't, then it was, and it wasn't. And you're like, this is a $44 billion deal. Like, what's the back and forth? And then there was a lawsuit, and then 2 months later, it's like, now he owns it. And you're like, well, it's like when your mom says for shizzle, right? It's almost like, okay, so this is over now, right? Like we gotta go do something else.
Yeah.
All the grown-ups in the room.
No, but I'm excited to see it too, because like Elon says he's about freedom of speech, but he's also about money and he wants to get off this fucking planet. And I fought overseas and I fought for freedom of speech, and I think people should say what they need to do. But I'm also an investor, and I generally buy what are called mutual funds or ETFs. So I buy like one stock that has like 500 different companies.
Yeah.
But like because I own stock in these companies, I sort of get it. It's like I want people to be able to say what they want, but I also like, if I don't invest my money, I'm not gonna be able to fucking survive when I'm older, the way the inflation is going. So it's like, it's gonna be interesting to see what Elon does, because he says he wants freedom of speech, he understands it, but he needs to make money too. And like if he's allowing people to say whatever the hell they want, like do you think like Corona or like these companies are actually gonna advertise on there, and like the company could go to shit? It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens.
I agree. I think my issue is that proposing that the idea of freedom of speech doesn't exist is ridiculous and inflammatory, because in fact it does. And if you're talking about being canceled or not getting endorsements, that's capitalism. Like, people can choose to not like you. It doesn't mean you're canceled. If you're a fucking asshole and say something stupid and people go, that guy's a fucking asshole. But I don't think freedom of speech is in any danger or being challenged in anywhere that affects our constitution. So I think the idea that like, oh man, well, now we'll finally get freedom of speech, like we have it, we already have it, it's protected, and it's almost universally protected.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I do, Bern. I'm 100%.
I just think it's like kind of a false flag. You know what I mean? Just
that's why, fucking people keep like saying like, oh, the government should be in charge of Facebook and Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
then shut it down.
Anybody that says that is insane.
Yeah, then shut it down. It's not worth it.
Joe Rogan has been uttering that for fucking months, and I'm like, dude, I want to punch him in the fucking face. And he doesn't live too far away from me, and I want to punch him in the face. No, but he's really good at Taekwondo. He might kick me in the face.
I just think it's good to get everybody's like hat in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It seemed like for so long these things
we can
do
that.
We're kind of do that. Controlled by but they pretty much they favor one side. They do.
Think about the crazy shit you see all day, every day, and then think about how cultivated it has been. Like, remember, when did you guys first get Facebook? I was like 27 years old. We wrote a play, and we were doing a play in Philly, and I was like, I'm gonna get Facebook. But I mean, I'm not that much older than you guys. You guys probably early 20s, right?
I had MySpace when I was like 22.
I never even had a MySpace.
Yeah, same.
But social media changes shit. It makes things a little more connected in some ways that they kind of shouldn't be, right? Like, there's things you have to find out, discover about stuff, and you're like, I don't know, this person's just kind of running this show right now, and I don't know. I just I don't think freedom of speech is in danger or ever has been in the 250 years this country's run. I think we're fine. I think if you say stupid stuff.
No, but dude, in the past, like George Carlin. Like,
stop.
Remember George Carlin?
Let's end this. We're getting too bullshit political talk. All right.
We like politics. People like politics.
Do they?
They should. If you're gonna
political,
vote, you should know.
All right.
All
right, Sean. Say
that was big P politics.
Say what you were.
I love politics.
Say what you were gonna say about George Carlin.
No, I was gonna say, like, I don't think Bern's correct on that. Freedom of speech has been since the dawn of this country has been at risk. I mean, you look at like, dude, Howard Stern. Dude, Howard Stern almost got taken off fucking air. George
by
Carlin,
a commercial
remember his
company
whole bit?
Who wasn't sure if their advertisers would pay for him to be on the air. He wasn't being tried by the government for sedition, you know?
But George Carlin was almost taken off the radio airwaves, and look at all the ratings for
by
video
his
games.
Employers who weren't sure if the advertisers would support them if he stayed. It's not freedom of speech. It's capitalism.
Well, Well, our country is not capitalist. Our country is, we have a mixed economy. Any economist is going to tell you, actually, Jefferson talked about it. Jefferson would not call this country
Are we
capitalist.
actually going to see Matt Lavelle kill himself tonight? If he actually hangs himself,
I don't know. I don't know why
I'm
he
gonna
hates
feel
politics.
really bad.
No, it's funny.
You guys
I don't
see
know why
Andor?
He just looks like he wants to die.
I don't know why he hates politics so
No,
much.
I
I
didn't watch
do.
it yet today.
Dude,
I
I
can't
love
wait
Bern.
to.
Yeah, Andor was.
I would.
The newest episode was so good.
Oh,
I would
dude.
fight to the death for all this stuff, but
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know.
Sean, I love the conversation. It looks like Matt wants to murder himself
dude,
and
he
then
hates-
come back
he
as a
hates
ghost
politics.
and then
I don't know
murder
why.
both of us for talking about it.
Maddie, let's discuss that. Why do you hate politics so much? It's
I
probably the most
just-
important thing.
So
to
let me ask
all of
you a
our
question,
existence.
Sean. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right, do you believe in God at all?
As a research agronomist, research scientist, I'm agnostic on all subjects, and I have to be as a
Okay.
scientist.
So then, do you think like if someone was to say a prayer, that God would answer that prayer or even hear it?
I'm agnostic, and I'd have to prove it. I'd have to like say, okay, I have to do a scientific study and be like, all the people who prayed for X, for fucking, I don't know, amount of money. I have to do a study and be like, these people.
You need a chart. You need comparison.
I need a chart, like
control.
Just praying is praying more
Well,
successful than
If
placebo.
barring
I-
all that.
I'm an
right?
agnostic, man. I'm agnostic on all.
So what
things.
if you had to make an educated guess then? Yeah, do you think that God answers prayers?
People have actually done studies on this, and they say no.
Okay. So then in that same tone,
Oh, no.
do you think that your vote actually mattered?
That's
Well, I mean, we have
That's a
the electoral. Well, we have the electoral college, so I mean, you're not actually voting for. We don't have a direct democracy.
well. Let's say local. Let's say you're voting for your mayor, right? You're voting for the mayor of Lansdale, right?
I am the mayor of Lansdale.
I
You
know.
should
I
be, Maddie.
voted for you today. I wrote it in, but
And Maddie, I
not
want
a-
Kool-Aid at all of the water fountains, all of them. If you do that, I'll vote for you, man.
I mean, you
Hey,
can count votes. You can't count prayers, man. It's not the same thing.
Do they even count the votes though? Does
I
it
don't
even-
know.
Exactly. You don't fucking know.
So
Right.
Well, you're voting
So,
for electoral
so you
college.
How do we build
believe
the fucking
you
country,
believe
right?
you believe that your vote matters, just
This
like
whole
someone
thing
would
happened
believe
accidentally.
like their prayers get answered, right?
So
So
heaven's
your
a myth.
this is all a belief that your vote actually matters when it fucking doesn't. So
heaven
politics
and
is fucking
heaven and
bullshit, right? And it
Heaven and hell are
doesn't fucking
theoretical, and-
matter. Yeah.
Maddie, okay,
Matt-
Maddie, I want to.
Let's let Matt
If you were in
go. He
charge,
looks
would you increase or
mad.
decrease minimum wage, or would you get rid of it?
I don't care. I don't fucking care. I
That's
don't
hilarious.
fucking care. Politics
perfect
is
answer.
fucking stupid. Everyone that talks about politics is a cunt because they got their cunt opinion that they think I fucking care about. And I'll tell you right fucking now, I couldn't give a fucking cunt about a fucking cunt political fucking cunt opinion.
What
I
about the
could
space
not.
buffalo? Do you care about the space buffalo?
I am the fucking space buffalo.
Dude,